This is how we do, y'all. Y'all know. We got a bunch of legends in here. We got some beverage. We got some food, courtesy of Chef Ali. We got Chris Johnson. We got Matt Barnes. We got NBA Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady pulled up to watch this game with us.
We got some
Warriors up 16 right now. Is this curtains right now? Can the Celtics make a comeback?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Not the way they playing, man. I mean,
Like T-Mac said,
they're not playing confident, turning the ball over too much.
See, I like this right here, because look at the shot they got out of this right here, right? Wide open shot. Got guys scrambling, but that's just simple basketball, though.
I think a lot of teams get caught up in playing the Warriors basketball,
Yeah.
though, especially when you get down, because they make it look so easy.
It's easy for Warriors to do what they're doing. They have all guards. You know, if you got people who can't shoot threes, you do what you do best. Pound the ball inside, force them to go big.
Well, you saw they came out the first play of the game and they posted up Horford, got a foul on Chris, went right back to him, but nah, they shot a three next time down.
Yeah, and sadly, you know, their fourth quarters, they revert back to just shooting jumpers.
Tatum, Brown, I mean, they should be trying to get at least 20, 30 free throw attempts.
Oh, you know how hard it is in the playoffs in a 7-game series to be trying to work off of the dribble beyond the three-point line all game? You know how tough that is, man?
A lot.
Like no free throw catches, no mid-poke catches, no dunk-ins, no dump downs, no post-ups. It's like, yo.
Oh, you 6'9", 6'10", bro. One dribble to the basket, you there.
16-point game, 7:25 to go in the third. We appreciate y'all pulling up and watching with us. So if you Ime Udoka, what are you telling this squad to do right now? How you motivating them? Or is it just, hey, Cancun on three?
Dang. Shit, when you shoot like that, Cancun on three. No, you just got to keep fighting, you know. It's steady basketball, but, you know, they're going away from what they're supposed to be good at.
The dangerous thing is the Warriors already had a good lead coming in, and they're a third-quarter team. But then on the flip side, Boston's a fourth-quarter team. But if you get yourself in too much, okay, Horford, start shooting that.
But you know what I never understood in this series, though? And I thought they were going to switch it up. But I never understood, you got the greatest shooter in the fucking world, man. Why are y'all dropping the big back?
Weird.
Why?
Weird.
I never understood that. You dropping the big, but this man is coming off of a screen and getting great looks.
Drop coverage.
In drop
They don't even
coverage.
have a roller that's going to do anything.
Why y'all trying to match three? You know, that used to be my problem with when I played against Steve Nash. And we used to sag.
Don't do that, Steph. Don't do that, Steph. Don't do that.
And we used to sag. And my complaint is I used to be like, why aren't we just doubling them off the pick?
Why not?
Just double them, make them pass it early.
Listen, but hold on, listen. You got Looney and you got Draymond out there. Why not double?
Why not?
Why not?
But how many teams double? And even though
Big,
and they don't. And this is ring. You know, so funny. And this is what they don't understand. This is why when I used to ask coaches, when you do this, why are you doing it because someone else did it that you've seen?
Yeah.
Because it might have worked for them, but it's not going to work for you. I said if I hit a pick, right, and I got my man off of me, and you're sagging. I have no one actually guarding me.
No.
That is an easy shot. That's a wide open shot for me.
I'm wide open.
Like, so for me to like hesitate on this shot or something, you need to have him up there where I'm about to shoot the ball at. Because if you're just sagging, waiting for me when I'm gonna go there and no, I'm gonna stop right here. Pick, shot.
Yeah.
Like, so if you see he plays with pick and roll, his pick and roll should have been doubled from 2016 to now.
Doubt. From the start of the game, double. If you want to switch it up later, but you got to be aggressive, man. You got to be aggressive. That falling back
ahead
shit.
of the screen, if you see the screener going up, just run and double him.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you got Looney and Draymond rolling, and what I liked was Boston was doing a good job of not coming up to the roller. Like make Draymond finish, make Looney finish.
Why not?
You know what I mean?
Why
But when
not?
you
We'll
come
live
up,
with
that's
that.
when he picks you
We
apart.
can't live with that.
No.
But that goes back to coaching strategies. and understanding the game and being able to adjust in-game situation, because the game may require you to double early and to adjust out. You always can adjust down.
Always,
but you can't
always come
adjust
aggressive.
up. You always, you can't
Always
go
be
backward.
aggressive.
And so I think putting two, because I ask guys all the time, what's one of the hardest things for you to handle in the game? And it's putting two guys on them.
Yeah.
And it's aggressiveness and handling a double team, but you don't ever see it. Joel Embiid is probably the only guy that's seen a consistent double team. Yeah. Everybody, they even stopped double teaming KD. They just switch out or they hard hedge it.
But you saw the one game, was it last 2 games ago? No, last game, when Steph didn't shoot that ball. I mean, they had a different cover. They were denying him all over the floor. They were being more aggressive.
Yeah.
He was missing shots too.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, as he runs around, you're doubling him. That's harder too.
Yes.
But that's
Running around harder too, make him play defense. So eventually he tires himself out.
But the beauty of it though, you don't let him catch a rhythm right away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta be aggressive. But allowing him to come off and see daylight? What the? No.
Look at Steph is.
What year? It's like
no,
what year?
not
What,
him.
What Steph are they looking at? Steph and Klay. What Steph and Klay
Not him.
do y'all like study for? Because the ones we see double.
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
Yeah.
Klay's first. When you pop out on Klay and he's gonna pump fake and go side.
Listen, if I was playing you in the playoffs, there's no way in hell if the game playing is no, we ain't, coach. No, as the players, like you got to know, nah, coach, we can't head, we can't
gotta
head,
find him in
or we
transition.
can't play off of him. Look at this shit, man.
Hey, you ever looked at him play and be like,
That shit ain't
yeah,
gonna
we
work.
getting our ass whooped tonight, boy, right? Just look at us just tore tonight. This is a horrible game plan.
I was wondering what the ATO was, because it'd let you know what was the game plan for them. Like coming out of a timeout, if they would oppose, they're trying to get a paint touch, some type of
Something
paint touch
to the basket.
To the basket.
I remember when we played Mac, and Mac was sitting there whipping our ass, and it was like, yeah, we just gonna keep playing him straight up. All right, Jared, he gonna have a career night on you tonight, my man. Good luck with that. Cause I got Rafe Alston or somebody. I don't got to worry about this.
I ain't gonna lie. I would love to have seen defense like this in the playoffs, my boy.
Can imagine what y'all
For
boys
real. What?
No double, no low. The big time?
Man.
No, we tried it on you. We tried when you had the sick. We tried
With Brendan?
switching Brendan because we didn't know what to do. We was hard showing. He was going. All right, just switch it. We was switching Brendan on him.
But see, that shit was later on in the game, though. Y'all
It
ain't
was
start
already
out
too-
there, and it was already too late.
We had 62 people guard you. You scored 2 to me. I was like, nah, I don't want no parts of this. I remember you probably don't even remember this game. This was my first year. This 2001.
Golden State?
No, yeah, I was in Golden State. So Antoine was guarding you. You was on the right side. You post up, we'll hedge, double back, and you'll come out the other side, quick jumper. So we had a dude, Henderson, on our team.
Henderson.
Yeah, his name was something Henderson. No.
I don't remember no Henderson on you.
No.
Yeah, you ain't had, you ain't had no
because it was
Henderson.
like they didn't play. He just used to just talk trash.
Befriend him. Take him under your wing.
Under my wing, I was on the bench, so it was like me, then him.
And you
It
still
was
don't know.
Cedric Henderson.
He played with y'all?
Like, he's like a 3-man, right?
Yeah, Cedric, he played in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. So he's on the bench. So he, like, you have Gatorade bottles. So from the first quarter, he putting beer in it, 2 beers at a time, gone. Right, so by the time we got to the fourth, he just talking trash. You the franchise? He the franchise. We paying this man all his money, and he can't even see the defense. Go watch T-Mac going down there. T-Mac, post him up. Go ahead and do that. Look at that, back, jumper. Look at that. We paying him all this money. He's stupid.
Who he said that to?
He's saying it on the bench.
About who?
Just
though?
about Antoine guarding you. So you just mopping Antoine. Same move, right? So he was like, man, you don't call, you let T-Mac catch it in front of you, and then you play defense. All he gonna do is a turnaround.
Say it.
So coach was like,
Say it. Get in the game.
say it. Get in the game. Get Antoine, right? He was like, he's loaded. Say it, get in the game. He's all right. So I'm like, oh, he about to beat him. He about to beat this man.
I've never seen him play.
Chris Mills like, he about to get ass. Call the play, cheek back on the stuff. Jump out there in the heart, on the half.
Come
Back
on.
pick, shot. Get his ass out of there.
One play.
One play. Said the play he complained about, he went out there and got hit with it.
We ran that shit a lot too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was Dave Cowens. Dave Cowens is the coach. No, that shit, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Get his drunk ass out of here.
Get his drunk ass out of here.
That's funny.
Milking it. But that was back when we used to milk plays.
Man,
Well, you
score,
score,
you
keep
get
going,
it.
keep coming.
Go back to him.
They don't do that now.
5 straight, 6
But I
times.
think I mean, you got certain teams that will do it. Golden State's one of them. If somebody get hot,
They gonna find
they
him.
going
they
at it.
gon'
Even Steph will
they gonna
sacrifice.
find
his
you.
going to.
They gonna run it until it's out.
Not this, not
But it's
really.
not the same. It's not
It's
one-on-one.
not the
It's
same.
just
It's
looking
real
for him. Like
They
the
look
play gets
their
hot, they look
cognitive.
for
Yeah,
him.
it'd be like 2 down, 3 down,
Oh, you-
20 plays in a row. You be like, dang.
Yeah, you ain't getting that.
It's a different way.
Action,
Yeah.
though.
I don't think
Movement.
the players understand that though. Because even when you watch AAU and you watch the top high schools and you watch players, a kid can hit 3 threes in a row and it can be a transition plan and he'll pump fake him to go get his bucket.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, yo. So I don't know if it's even in that culture of the game to understand and recognize who's hot and who's not.
How deflating is that though for the Celtics game 5 to lock Steph up? Not lock him up, but hold him to under his average and still get smacked. And now you got to go into
It's
game
tough.
6.
That shit is like pick your
With Wiggins
poison,
confident now, Klay getting his confidence back.
That's damn near a win. My son asked me that. He said, Dad, he went 0 for 9. I was like, yep, next game he'll be 10 for 10.
Now he's 8 for 12 and 5 for
Exactly.
6.
But
21 points.
even if you held Steph to anything 20s, it was still going to be hard to beat them because you still have more players that can score.
Well, that's the thing with Boston is their bench was stringing and they wouldn't stay in stole one, but could their bench stay consistent? And I didn't think they could, and they haven't been.
Yeah.
They got, what, 2 points off the bench? Yep, 2 points off
Still
the bench.
2 points off the bench?
2 points off the
In this
bench,
game?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you turn it up a little bit? Hold on.
Just a tad.
2 points?
Legally safe.
Oh, he didn't touch him.
Nah. Oh.
Flop it, bro. In front of Robert
You
Kraft.
do know we
Come
have
on.
cameras, bro.
Not in front of
That's
Bob
your
Kraft.
guy. That's your guy, Jess.
Look, he milking it too. Like,
Yeah.
let me find some fake blood real quick. Bitch, you didn't even get hit. Fuck you talking about?
Get him, Zach.
So like now this is what if they review it right and
That shit should be a technical.
Is it it should be
fine. Floppy.
Or delay a game, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they try to put that in the flop
You get a warning, but then you
Oh,
get
what was
a
it, tech
fine,
or a fine?
5,000.
It was a 5.
You get a warning first,
was
and you get
fine.
Oh, no, he
5,000.
got him.
No, he didn't.
No, he got him.
Where?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, he caught him. No,
Was
he
it a
good.
good reaction?
No, he
Delayed,
good.
bro.
Right
Okay,
there.
okay. A
You got
little.
his little lip.
Oh,
was
no,
late,
bro.
His little lip.
Got him.
Nah.
He got a strong face.
You look like you got a bulldog face. Shit is definitely strong.
I don't think it was warrant. No flagrant or anything, though. That's just a basketball move.
How soft the
I got a
league is.
question. So, does Boston try to change up the game, to muddy it up, to get back in the game? Should they go small? Should they just go small and open the floor up, drive and kick, flow,
Switch everything.
sweep in, get downhill?
It's
So
their
you gonna take out Al?
Well, you could put Al at the 5, but I think I'm just saying go quicker. Like try to do something different.
Shit.
Would they have
your team go.
would they have 72 points right now? 72 points with
I'm gonna keep it 100.
4 minutes left.
I don't see no.
It's them scoring. They got a halftime score.
Not scoring, yeah.
They got 55. That's halftime.
Right.
They
I just always thought this was going to be a great for Boston.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great learning experience. Tatum's going to learn a lot. Brown, this is going to pay dividends down the road.
I'm glad they ain't them boys up.
But even when you look at it, for next year, look how strong the East is going to be. With
Yeah, they're going to have to really improve because, everybody's going to be back healthy.
Everybody's going to be healthy. Spin on it.
Everybody's going to be back healthy. What's so funny is like the last two championships is like, were they the best teams? Suns.
If they could get single digits.
Milwaukee, come on, Milwaukee skate. We they.
Oh, buddy.
Got him. Wiggins been going crazy, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Glass work. Small shit.
Just small shit.
The
Playing hard,
shit he
guarding.
couldn't really focus on in Minnesota because he had to be the number one scorer.
Right.
That was a lot of pressure on him, man. Number one fucking pick.
But he didn't do bad.
No, he did shit. He won Rookie of the Year.
His career 19 points a game. He just wasn't.
Why did he get?
He just wasn't the LeBron. Like he came to Cleveland. They
Right.
expected we got to know he's going to be the next.
Right.
I don't know, dare I say LeBron, but he was supposed to be something up there.
Last summer,
He's been solid.
hit the last one, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all right now was his best
Darren
I've
got
seen.
traded for Kevin Love, remember?
Oh yeah. Remember Bron didn't hit him? Wow, that hurt.
Man, just think if he was with Bron, bro.
He put in the work, T-Mac, last summer. I'm telling you, 2 days, his training, his weight training, doubling back on his handle, his finishing through contact. His cardio was good. His mental was good.
But then also, not to cut you off, but sometimes the system, this is a great
is a
system for
great
him because they're
system,
going to make him believe in himself and
Yep.
play to his strengths and do all that other shit. That's why I said that when Boogie went there before he got hurt, I was like, yo, this is going to be just great for his career
Yes.
because he's going to learn how to play with a winning team and know how
The
to
only
do shit
person
right.
who's better than him is Embiid.
And who's draft?
In Wiggins draft.
B was in that draft?
No.
Yeah, Embiid was
Wiggins in 8 years. Was it Joel? No, because they didn't play together. Because Wiggins went to
Embiid.
Kansas. Wiggins went to Kansas, Embiid went to Kansas.
I thought Wiggins was.
They
What
didn't
draft
play
was that?
together though.
What did-
So they
what
had
did
to be
they
in
beat,
1
two?
year. They had to be in 1 year after each other because Wiggs came out and I think Joel went to Kansas.
Remember, was it 2014?
Was it 15? Wiggins 15, right? When Bron came back to Cleveland? Am I
Hold on a
tripping?
minute, right there. We got Google.
Yeah, Bron came back 14,
All right,
15.
2014-15. So 2014 NBA draft.
Oh, 14, excuse me, I'm tripping. Yeah. We went to the finals 15.
Was Joel in that draft?
Let's
after, I think,
see.
right?
Yeah, Joel
Yeah.
Embiid was number 3.
Was he?
Who was two?
So they was in Kansas together.
Yeah, they was in Kansas together.
Who was two?
Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
He got game too. I mean, was he mental?
You remember
He had
Aaron
mental issues?
Gordon, Marcus Smarts, Julius
Bad
Randle.
knees? He had game.
He had game. And he got a big ass body.
I thought he was going to be
Yeah,
another.
he
I
got
thought-
Exceptionally
big-
quick, too.
Big
Yeah.
body.
I
Big
thought
He just got hurt, right?
knees,
Yeah.
knees.
I thought he had some Carmelo in him.
Yeah. That's how I look at that kid. I'm
Yeah, that's
talking
what
about
but he's behind Joel Embiid
Yeah.
in this draft. I mean, Zach LaVine. He leads the draft in points by a lot.
Who does?
Wiggins.
Yes.
Oh, no. Jokic. Jokic is in the draft.
Jokic is
Second rounder though.
Damn,
right?
Jokic was in that draft?
in that draft?
Jokic number 41.
This
What pick were you?
motherfucker,
Wow.
two-time
31.
MVP.
31.
So basically Jokic, Joel Embiid, then Wiggins, and Wiggins lead them all in scoring.
By far.
They got this down to 14 with a little over 2 minutes to go in the third.
You said it come again?
Oh.
They got it down to 14.
That should have been a 5.
12.
And one.
See, that's what I like about JB.
He a dog.
He a dog.
Yes, sir.
Well, no one can stop him get to the basket.
Come on, man. You got to join that party with him, though, dog.
Yeah.
He needs some help.
You got to join the party with him, dog.
He don't get enough. He don't get any mid-post touches, and his mid-post game is
should.
crazy, bro.
Yes.
And it's short. It keeps him from having to make so many dribbles to
Right.
get to the basket.
Right.
Brown got 23. Horford got 13. Tatum got 11. They're going to be on Tatum's ass.
JT got what?
11. 5 for 14
From the three.
from the field. 1
He
for
got to
4
work
from
on
three.
his mid-range, his mid-post game.
Jalen?
Nah, JT. Because he trying to do too much outside on that perimeter, man, outside the three-pointers. He working too hard.
It's a lot, like you said, it's a lot.
Back up, he'd get it he'd do what Paul Pierce used to do, but he'd back up to the three and then try to attack instead of just staying in that little ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you didn't have a trainer, right? Did you have an official trainer
I didn't have
on
a
your
basketball
team? Basketball trainer,
No,
right?
No, I did that shit myself.
Yeah. Like we didn't have you guys in when we played. Like it's like.
But it wasn't a thing though. Like
Rebound.
you didn't even know.
Just got rebounder.
You just hoop.
We had a rebounder.
just played
No, but the rebounder was like an assistant coach or some young intern that rebounded for us. We didn't have like actual.
No, for sure.
Because they feared.
Working on ballots and all that shit, man. They have none of that. Handles. They have none of that.
We just hooped in the
That was just,
summertime.
that's just hooping, man. And actually, I didn't hoop in the summertime. I've never hooped. Nah, I ain't never played pickup.
You didn't play pickup?
Never.
Just trained.
I just trained. I never played pickup.
Damn, that's
Throughout
crazy.
your whole career?
Nah, man. Throughout my whole career. Only time I played pickup was when I had microfracture, and then I had to, build that.
He was part of that. He was part of that group.
That was the shit of my life.
You know they don't do it no more, right?
They don't do microfracture?
No. That was an experiment.
They figured it was a flawed process.
It was an experiment. Every athlete who got that career got fucked
So
up.
what the fuck they do?
They different.
Clean it.
It's gonna be
And you be out, you be done for 3 weeks.
That's a big oops.
Yeah, all the people.
Let me tell you, when I had that, it took
What
me
needed to have?
2
Was it your jumping knee?
years.
Yep.
Was it your jumping leg?
Yeah. It took me 2 years before I was paying. 2 years. I was still dealing with that shit, and I couldn't move.
How you feel now?
I'm good. I can't really move like that. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. It just.
Hey, I couldn't move like that.
It was.
man.
I remember playing at Timberwolves. I had like 28 jumping, feeling all good after the microphone, just feeling good. 2 weeks later, couldn't touch the backboard.
Oh shit.
I could no,
Listen.
there was no nothing. I just couldn't touch it's like I just lost the jumping ability. So I had to start learning how to jump off two legs. So now I didn't want to go right anymore because I didn't want to try to explode. So now my whole game is right? Yeah, you could.
I went left
up.
every single time.
Because we didn't have
When I
the
dunked
lift.
on Tyrese Thomas, left hand. I
Yeah.
couldn't go right because I was scared to jump off my leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Tatum, bro. Damn, they ain't called
They
no
didn't call
foul?
it?
No.
Oh, they trying to let y'all back in the game. Why y'all always jumping, bro?
You know, we've seen Game 6 Klay in the past. He looked like he's struggling a little bit tonight, but they still up 12.
But they can close it. They can close. Oh, he traveled.
But you don't need Game 6 Klay. Like Game 6 Klay is
Not with this squad anymore.
Solid. Just solid.
is that close game when the game is close. Like what's so funny is I remember telling it was Dame Lillard. There's probably 3 years ago when Warriors played them and they kept every game, they was like up 18. And I said, yo, when you go up 18 against them, guard Klay. I said, Klay is the only person who has no conscience.
Right.
The concept of we're down and time and score doesn't register. So he becomes the most dangerous player on the court. So I said, when you guys go up 18, just double him every time he thinks about the ball because he's the one that's going to burn you every single time. Happened all 4 times.
That's crazy. Ooh. How do you get to that level? How you get to that level to where like he don't have conscience
Training.
of like
Training.
That's straight training.
Training.
That's
You train.
straight
You
training.
gotta remember.
this is a question because this is a question I had with about 10 dudes today through process. That's one of the things I'm really trying to master, to get someone to not keep track, time, score, or misses. Because you're the only one that.
If I'm taking 10, like, let's say I'm taking 10,000 shots a week.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I don't lack confidence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
you put
There's
that
nothing
down.
you gonna tell me. There's nothing you gonna tell me on the court. Every shot I'm looking at is butter.
Right.
You know, now it becomes situational. Like, you
Okay,
know,
that's how you feeling?
like but see, now this is confidence. Like the score is up, he's having fun. Now everybody else's confidence kicks in. So when that shit starts getting tight, but I don't know if that's more genetics.
I mean, you got
That gotta be like, you know, like some like dudes, like it's personality trait. I think it's personality traits.
I think so.
Like a dude that's like, if they're cool off the court, they're cool on the court. So when shit gets rattled, it doesn't really change their mindset.
That was me.
Yeah, see, that's what it is.
Yeah, that was
just
me.
stay even.
I stayed even kill.
Just
you didn't know if I
No
was.
facial expressions, nothing.
Nothing changed.
right. That's
Nothing
dangerous.
changed.
You couldn't tell if he was 0 for 10 or 10 for 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what you.
He gonna keep shooting that.
But
bitch,
see,
though.
that's where, but see, that's where like now let's say you're trying to scout somebody, you're trying to pick that person in a draft, or you're trying to make a game plan for that player. You don't know it if you haven't seen it, right? Like if you don't really study basketball, you wouldn't know who to guard at the end of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at who's calm, who's not rattled. You know, that person who's sitting there doing this, I'm not worried about him.
But also you could tell in their actions though, like you could tell who want that rock, right? And who's staying away from that motherfucker and don't want it when it's tight. You know what I'm saying? You could tell.
Ooh, don't let this man do it
He hit
again
it.
to you.
That should have been a regular shot.
And why'd he do that?
Full court.
End of the third quarter, Warriors
that's
up 10. We got the crew in here, Chris Johnson, Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas, T-Mac.
Chris, when you started training?
I've been in the game now since John Lucas. So right when I finished, Big John, my guy. You know, I'm from Houston.
I didn't know that, bro.
Mike James. Mike James was my first client.
Word.
Mike James. We used to be at his house.
Yeah.
And then when the word got out, because I was deciding if I was gonna take an NBA job, and so Mike, Catino, you start like Big Baby, Gerald Green, all these guys was just like, yo, like you got your shit on, and then when they performances and stuff you starting to get them to peak perform. That's how it took off for me.
Yeah.
And then everybody started looking, and then being in Houston, nobody want to come to Houston in the summer.
Where did your training, you know, tactics? Like where did that come from? You studying or?
So I have three different ways. One, everything to me when I coach, because I coached NBA, Division I, top high school, G League coach.
Yeah.
Everything for me is based on feel. I think basketball is a sport that you have to have instincts.
Right.
You have to be able to adjust and change quick. So instinctively, training second level is based off of what defenders do.
Yeah.
Body contact. It's only so many ways a person can guard you.
Right.
So when you look at that, is he sagging? Is he jamming me right? Is he jamming me left? You know, and so you look at body position, which takes me into boxing. So I started studying the best boxers. And the one thing I learned about boxers, they can hit that pad all day. They can get their drill work in. But what they did different than any other sport is they spar. And sparring to me is something that I took, and I started studying martial arts and how you can get someone to perform at peak performance in a hostile environment. So when I started looking at those tactics where a player's not dependent on me. So any of my players, like I told Wiggins, I talked to him earlier, I want to be at the game, but I got things to do. I'm gonna support you. There's no umbilical cord. So it's more so getting him to spar every day. Now sparring may not be going against Matt every day. Sparring may be going against my staff, but every time you touch on you get on the court, you should not have any cones. It should be all bones, so that you can get a feel for the game. And those are the three things that I began to work on, and then over the years, the fourth one is all mental mindset.
Yeah.
So now I'm very tactical. I stand out of the workouts.
Yeah.
So I'm already looking like I'm teaching. I could teach to the T, and we already know keys, playing through contact. Every time you drive, there's going to be somebody touching you.
Yeah.
So where's his hand at? So what you teach is not moves. I teach movement. And Matt had opportunity. We're training Matt boys now, and they're going to be monsters.
I haven't, and they've jumped around to a few trains, but the mental side is what I love. It's the angles, it's the body, it's the levels of the backboard. It's like shit that I was like, yo.
Yeah, see, I think we missed out on shit like
Oh yeah,
that.
we
You
didn't,
know what I'm saying?
none of
We
it.
missed
You know what's
out
so
on
funny
that
is that
type
I remember he was at 360, right? And I'm just watching.
Yeah, man.
And I was watching, I'm like, dang, that's some good stuff. Like, you know what I mean? And then I was like, yo, can I tell him something? He's like, sure, come on in, tell him something. And I was like, yo, on a pick and roll, this is how they gonna play a guard like you. So don't attack it like this, attack it like this. He was like, all right. You know what I mean? So I can update, you know, because that's a player who played, he knows. So he sponged that up, and then every time I was in the gym, be like, yo, come over here. How would you know?
I wanna know.
How would they defend this? What do I need to know? And then I tell them.
1-4 flat. You do this.
Like, what are
that.
you looking at on the 1-4 flat? What players you looking at?
And T-Mac, I'll take each player's game. And so I'll look and say, like, Jalen said, man, I love T-Mac. Well, what you love about T-Mac? I like this hezzy, I like this. I say, you're not 6'9", you ain't got this type of arm balance. So what you do is you start to pull.
For sure.
So like, I've been very blessed now. I've touched everyone, so I can pull stories. Not necessarily, you're not his game, but let me take you back to like 2000 in the playoffs when Charles Barkley did the reverse post-up. They said, what's the reverse post-up? So he would just turn and walk you straight back.
Right.
And then square you up and drive right by you. And so just learning the game and being a student from the game.
You
and
gotta
then,
be a student.
And then learning from everyone. Having basketball, cause me and Gil, we talk basketball all day long.
That's the student part. I don't think people want to be students.
OG, I talked to OG from Toronto, and I
Yeah.
was giving him some game. I was like, bro, to elevate yourself in this game, you gotta become a student. Like, we're creatures of habits. We play 82 games, right? So some guys gonna do the same shit every single night, right? You know a guy that loves to go right and gonna come back left because he's not strong going right. So I was like, you gotta find out what their strong suits are and sit on that shit. Make them do something else. Because again, that little motherfucker's so athletic.
GP2 with the bang out. Warriors up 12, 10, 27.
But becoming a student and finding out, you know, guys' tendencies and sitting on that shit, because we do it every single night. Some guys bags deeper than others. You know what I mean? Like we gonna hit you with some shit that you probably ain't seen before. That, you know, we just got too much in the bag. It's just deep. You don't know what the fuck. We're gonna keep you off balance. Like me, I love to play games. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep you thinking of what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I found out that one dribble pull up for me was one of the toughest for a defender to guard, because as a defender, we're programmed to slide our feet multiple times, right? You're right. So we're not programmed to just sit on one dribble.
Right.
So if I know I can get you off balance going one way, right? I'm gonna hit you with a dribble pull up going left. Now I got you thinking. I'm gonna do the same thing going right, but this time I add a pump fake and your ass is gonna come off your feet and you're dead. So that's the kind of games I played.
But he also didn't mention this nigga jumped so high when he shot the ball, bro. Like, this dude jumped so high when he shot the ball, mid-range, deep. So that was another thing. But obviously, the balance, yeah.
Like mine is just players. Like my size of players. You know, depending on the size, if they're athletic, I changed my game for that certain player. Like if I'm playing against guards, most of my plays are gonna be post up.
Yeah, you're just gonna overpower.
I'm just gonna try to overpower them so that they can put a 2 guard on me. I automatically have 1.5 steps or 2 steps on
by
them.
him, right?
Right? So if they're pushing up and I go, I already know. So now how long are they? How high can they jump? You know, for me to try to reach out, do I gotta and try to stop them in their own stack? Do that?
Right, right.
Is it a guy he's long but he can't jump? Now I can try to probably pump fake or step back and just shoot it regular. Right. Does he have length where he gonna catch that? Like Karolinko. I know with Karolinko I gotta go, up, go. So I gotta have him.
I had to play that motherfucker twice in the playoffs.
He beat
Fucking
us.
long as shit, bro.
He beat us in the playoffs when we beat Dallas in the first round with the We Believe team. He not locked, but he controlled Barron and Stack.
See, with me, I watch, so I'll take him right.
No,
But think
Steven
about-
Jackson and Barron, yeah.
See, I'll take him right, left. Yeah.
No, we were nice. We just came
But
together
how
late.
many guys now you think strategically? Because I'm in the mind of a lot of them. Both you and T-Mac both talked about chess, not checkers. You talked about strategic tactics that allowed you to take advantage of the game in different situations.
So I think KD is one of those players. I think Steph is one of those players, right? Like they think the game out. I think a lot of these other players. Luka's one of those. Kyrie. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? James Harden is, but the way the rules hurt him, when they change the rules, they're changing it because of him.
fucked him up, yeah.
It fucks him up, and he doesn't.
No one more than that.
Because he got to remember,
Damn.
he's like Lou Williams, right?
Right.
When Lou Williams gets in the game, he has a certain style of how he wants to play. Same thing with James Harden.
Right.
So James Harden is playing for fouls, right? That's his.
Well, he could have an off night. He could have a 7 for 22 night, but be 15 for 16
Yeah, so
from the line. and
his
35.
strategy is I'm gonna get to the free throw line, I'm gonna do this, and when you throw that off, that's what fucks his game up.
That's crazy. And name one more of the player that you. Yeah, well, Bron.
of course,
Bron strategic.
Chris Paul.
Chris.
There's a lot of, but I think to be honest
Probably
with
Dame.
you,
If you watch Dame does this thing where I had to ask him, like, why your first shot all the way at that logo, NBA logo? And he was like, I want the defense to pick me up there.
Yep.
So when I set the pick, from that line to the three-point line, the big is in a sag. The big's not gonna run it. So now I get to run at the big full speed. He backs up, I get to shoot a three. So I was like,
Don't leave him, bro.
That makes
like,
sense,
okay.
bro.
So I got a question for all of you. Who's your favorite young player in the game? T-Mac, I'm gonna start with you. Who's your favorite young player in the game right now?
I'm watching my young fella, JB, but I also love watching Luka.
What do you love about Luka's game?
oh, good.
Shit, what is there not to love? I mean, now I love guys with a high skill set. You know what I mean? Luka is not the fastest, not the quickest. He don't fucking jump high. You know, he's not gonna blow by. He's not gonna jump over you. He's gonna outthink you. He knows how to use his body. He knows how to create space. Right? That's the biggest thing. He knows how to create space and get a shot off.
Yeah, how about yourself?
I like Trae Young.
Okay.
You know what I like about Trae Young? If you do a stat, everybody will lose. You know he's top in free throws every year? He shoots damn near the same amount of free throws as Greek the Freak.
He does?
Wow.
Yes! Trae Young averages about 9 to 11 free throws a game.
I wouldn't have guessed that. That's why he averaged, what, 28?
Yeah.
They changed the rules on that too in that Atlanta series, Philadelphia, because Ben was guarding him and he just kept. There's no way you can let him go to the finals and play like that because he's stopping and drawing fouls.
Yeah.
They changed the rules. If you watch the game, he was winning in the garden, he won, but it was all fouls.
Right.
Yeah, like it's just for a young guy,
Yeah.
he gets to the free throw line
At a high clip.
like he's an athletic guy.
Wow.
Matt, how about yourself? Who's your favorite young player in the game?
I mean, I would just add on to what Max said about Luka. I mean, everything was spot on, but I would say his mental too. He's tough. You know what I mean? Like he drinks beers before. Like he's got an old soul. You know what I mean? Like he started.
that Euro stuff.
But I'm saying he started playing professionally when he was 13, 14, like my kid's age. So he's been like, you know what I mean? Them dudes out there is just as physical as the league, if not more physical. So he's been getting beat up and beat around. So that and for everything he's still had to create. To me, he's probably. Shit, correct me if I'm wrong. To me, he had the best offensive skill set we've ever seen come into the league.
Absolutely.
And that's saying a lot.
Absolutely.
That's saying a lot. He's had the best offensive skill set coming into the league as a young player.
Chris, how about you?
D-Book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just being around D-Book, I've been talking to him. I really want him to come out, spend the summer with me again, but like he can play at all three levels. Play at the basket. He got that one dribble, what T-Mac talking about. He got the tray ball, but he tough as nails. And even though they got beat in the playoffs, I don't want to take away from how much he's grown up with playing next to Chris. And so I think as he gets better, he has to learn how to play the point guard so that he can play pick and roll and make other people better.
He's got to learn how to be a facilitator.
But you see, he
right?
but he
have the
has
ball in his hands instead of having
he's
it.
picked that up though. That's one thing you see. He started getting more assists. I remember we were breaking down numbers on ESPN. He was getting more assists when Chris was out. Like he's learned. Like no better person to learn from that motherfucker right there.
But, you know, he's one of those players that's like, why do I need to get him better when I got CP with me? You know, I can just do what I do. You know, and that's a weird tandem when it comes to stats and awards, because you don't know who to pick.
Right.
You don't know who's.
They cancel each other out, really.
Yeah, it's like you don't know who's making each other go, because you're like, all right, we know Booker, you're the best player on this team. First person who gets picked All-Star is Chris Paul, and then Booker's like sitting there fighting. Everybody's like, what the hell?
Right.
Same thing with MVP voting.
I think CP, I think he really puts Book in a position to where it's less pressure on him to be a facilitator and having a lot to do for his team. I would have loved to have a motherfucker like CP. But to run pick and rolls, be a facilitator, gotta score 30, like that shit is tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think having CP got him in a great space to where he can just get buckets, and that's what he does best.
Yeah, get buckets. Yeah. You ain't got to worry about the wins, and I think that's what it is. Because he can just stay what he does. I get buckets. I don't have to worry about the wins loss that goes to Captain Chris. That's your job now, baby.
He's different. Like he reminds me of Kobe.
He's good, bro.
He reminds me of Kobe just from his the way he looks at the game,
approach,
he approaches,
his approach,
his
bro.
work ethic. He's a fucking dog.
He's a monster, bro.
And if you look at his game, obviously, you know, Kobe is Kobe, but Book's game looks like Kobe's game. It's not super flashy. He just gets it done with a lot of skill, a lot of footwork, a lot of shot fakes.
A lot of it, bro.
And one. Okay, we're a 10-point game.
Celtics cut it to 10, 37 remaining in the fourth quarter. Is this thing over, or do you think they got one last run in them?
They got another run.
6.5 minutes in the game.
Okay.
They got another run. That's a lot of time left.
39 seconds.
That's all you need, right?
Mac hit in the game. And what's going on with Tatum, man? I mean, it's just been, man was carrying the ball everywhere the last couple of days. Thought he was gonna come out with a spirited effort in this game.
Has he actually had a great game? I don't think he's had a great
In this series?
In the series, right? He hasn't had a great game.
Game 2 was all right.
Game
if I'm
2,
not
he
mistaken.
played, what he had, 28 game 2?
Yeah.
I would like to see Tatum get like a defensive transition, something get him going
Something
early.
easy, man.
Something easy.
Everything
Like,
is hard.
everything is tough.
Look at these
Dog.
late.
That's
That-
a
Look
late.
at
that
their
can't
layups
happen,
and
bro.
look at how when you guys go to the basket, look at.
It's their movement. Look at Boston's not
They're not
moving. Look
moving.
at there's no movement
But
on
look
Boston.
how small they are. Look, I told you. Look at Horford. Horford's at the 5.
Like you said, the
Hey,
defense is
man.
all loaded looking at Tatum.
I told you.
Listen,
but-
nobody cut, nobody set a flare screen. Like you can load Tatum, you can load him. That's why it's
Swing
so
it.
hard to score.
Like if you're gonna have Horford,
See Wiggins? You can't leave him, Jay, man.
Yeah, Klay.
go. Y'all gotta
6 for
push.
17 right now, 13.
Go.
7 assists though.
Why would you go
No,
middle?
that's a good no call right there.
You just like to see Tatum get something easy.
No, he fine.
You should have had the max on today. Oh, don't do that now.
Do that, Jay.
Don't do that.
Jalen first workout after getting back out of his cast, he came to LA to work out with me. You know, his wrist, he broke his wrist. He broke a little fracture in his wrist in the playoffs the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole summer, he was in.
What is the shooting arm?
Yep.
Oh, he wrote it. Good.
So he came in. We actually put out a YouTube video. I had him, Ben Simmons. I had all them guys in there. I think you came by the gym, Gil. We played. We were playing 3-on-3s. At Chatsworth.
Tough shot. Look at that.
Ooh, Jaylen Brown cuts it to 8.
Come on, Tatum, dog.
And T-Mac, what do you love about JB's game?
You're a dog, bro.
You're a dog.
Like,
Man, I used to hate when people put their hands behind their back. Like, nigga, I'm about to bust you. Just for the disrespect.
I just love.
Oh, there you go.
They should have been there.
They should have been that.
Yeah.
Come on, Wiggins. Come on, Wiggins. Come on, Wiggins.
But that's Marcus
I
Smart
would
is
live with
stupid.
that.
You stunt at Draymond Green and stay on Wiggins.
Right. But that goes back to the strategies and IQ. Take the charge.
Oh my God.
Look at this, man. Look at this right here, man.
Everybody's loaded. They scramble.
Oh, go.
They got 5 out.
Remember what I
Wiggins
told
did
you?
one.
You could tell who want that. You could tell who want it.
Tatum sitting in that corner.
Bruh, I'm running. Give me the fucking ball, man. Look at this, bro.
Why you pick his dribble up, though?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they got 2 one-on-one players and they have no playmakers.
There's no way he should. No way.
Look at that defense
Oh,
out
get
there.
out of there. Steph.
No way. No way.
And that's what you got to settle with. That's a big shot.
I'm calling the time. If I'm coach, timeout. Y'all my 2 superstars. What y'all doing? Y'all ain't even touch the ball that possession. This is the last 5 minutes.
Kidding me, bro.
They got to get him something easy, bro.
It's the last 5 minutes.
This ain't
Marcus
it.
Smart, you run the 2.
He about to get a layup on this. Bing, bing. Oh, look at that.
He got it.
He about to get a layup. He too fast,
Talk
bro.
that shit,
He got
Steph.
it.
Talk that shit, Steph.
But they're small. That's what I'm saying. Either you get
What
out,
are you
What
doing?
is he doing?
take the charge.
Look at that. Brown and Tatum hasn't touched the ball last 2 possessions.
I'll review that. Shit.
They didn't put a review in it.
They ain't got no playmakers on their team. No movement, no playmakers.
Oh yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's those 2 guys, like you said, they got to work
You
so
gotta
hard
work
to get
so
there.
hard to
We
get
was
there,
talking earlier.
bro.
But as I said, look who has the ball on
But
Golden
hold
State.
on though. I wish we could rewind that though. Did you see Grant Williams, bro? He was guarding Looney
All the way to
and was hugged up on Looney.
in the corner. All right, we
He
got-
wasn't even. He was right there with Williams, the big kid at Williams. He was just standing right there. He was hugged up.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay.
Phenomenal
gotta
job.
see the hesitation.
Wiggins has done a phenomenal job
He's locked that-
guarding
he's locked-
Tatum,
he's
bro.
locked that
we
up.
may not be giving Wiggins enough
He's
credit.
locked that up.
No,
We may not be giving Wiggins enough credit.
no, that was the reason that
He's
was the
locked that
reason
up.
that was the reason I put Wiggins kind of high
He's locked that up.
in the MVP or the Finals
Right,
MVP because I
right.
figured he had to guard Tatum.
He gotta
If he
guard
shuts
Tatum.
him down, he scores about 2018.
That's what I was saying. I said
Over Steph?
Yes.
If Steph had a bad game, if Steph
had a
was
bad game.
if Steph kind of struggled like he
in,
usually
in this game.
no, just period. If this is
Oh.
before, if Steph kind of struggled,
'Cause
Wiggins.
he would be the MVP of this series.
If
Steph-
Steph
I
wasn't
tell you,
balling,
if Steph was to struggle like he did in Game 5 and Wiggins playing like this,
Back to back, yeah.
Back to back, bro. That's why I was saying. I was like, he's right there because it may not be Tatum. We may not be giving Wiggins enough credit.
no.
no.
It's Wiggins, but it's Tatum too, because Tatum is non-aggressive.
Right.
because he's playing. That's what I said. He's
Draymond's got, not to cut you off, Gil, Draymond's got 12, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. Steph has
Oh, he
Draymond showed up.
Steph has 27.
Oh, you know
5
he
for
going. Oh,
9.
he going on his podcast. He about to talk back.
Klay is 5 for
Talking that
20
shit
for
tonight, they
12.
win.
Pool's got 15.
Klay 5
Who
for
hasn't
20.
had
Klay
15?
gonna get them
Who
hoes
hasn't
up.
had 15 the last 2 or 3 games?
Tatum,
Poole. He
Tatum-
hasn't had 15.
Tatum
Nah,
is,
Poole's
He's been just kind of
Tatum
quiet.
is 6 for 17, 13 points.
That's what Wiggins been keeping him.
Horford's got 19.
I'm gonna
Brown
give Tatum
is
a
11
pass.
for 22.
24.
29.
Yeah, 24.
He's still young.
23,
That's why I said
24.
earlier. I just thought this
Yeah,
was
I'm
going to be a
not.
great,
I'm not gonna
great
put too
learning.
much
great
on it. You
learning
know what I mean?
experience. Yeah, I don't
for
know,
sure.
dog him, don't kill him. It's
Like Brown,
okay.
yeah. Tatum's 24, Brown's 25.
He's got to watch.
Bro,
He's got to watch this series all
Learn
summer
from it.
long. All summer long,
burn.
watch this series and learn from this
how they
shit.
play- and how they
And
play.
he will. And he will.
Yeah.
Remember, that was the
That's
first thing
what
I
he
said
should
earlier. I
do.
was like, I thought this was going to be a great learning experience for Boston. They're going to learn so much from this shit, bro. Your first finals, playing against a dynasty. They played against a dynasty.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, they're going to learn so much from playing in this finals. But then they also said, like, everybody's healthy in the East, though. So how do they
I
improve
look
their
at the
bench?
East, I'm like,
How do
yo,
they improve? They got to improve their bench. How
they
they going to improve
better
their bench? The
improve,
bench has
boy.
done nothing.
And what's so
Now-
funny is the same thing with Golden State. When you was questioning, we was questioning their bench. Like, do they had a young,
They reloaded with young, smart talent.
And
You know
they
what I
know they
mean?
role.
Yeah.
They become
When you buy in,
extremely
They
aware.
got a hell of a system over there.
Yeah.
Of training.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's plug and play.
Plug and play.
It reminds me of.
That's
It
why I
reminds me
finished
like a
that.
better Phoenix. Remember Phoenix? Remember hearing about Phoenix?
But it's just the energy, bro. Like, you want to go to off days, everyone still comes in and lifts, says what's up, gets work in. You know, everyone fucks around. Like, the players run the film session. Everyone works out. Everyone. KD and Steph used to be on one basket. Klay would be on the other side. Draymond would be at the basket. Iguodala would be at the basket. Young fellas would be at the basket. Me and D West and who else was the OGs? We used to be at our own, but it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
So after
fun.
practice,
And then
but
they
y'all
take care of your family. Everyone flies free. Like, they get a whole plane for the family. So you don't worry about shit. They take care of hotels, and all you got to do is hoop. They take care of the plane and the hotel. Bro, my kids were on the plane. My kids were in practice. Like, they take care of it. Bro, all you have to do is play basketball.
It's a family.
That's
man.
how, like, how can you not win?
That's a
You remember when Draymond, when Drake made that line? I took the plane from Oracle.
Yeah.
No, that's what he was on the plane.
Wow.
He was on the plane. They have
No, they get a whole
Like, it's like-
plane
like-
for your family.
like trips, right? It's like trips.
Yeah,
Like
they can. All you have to do is give them a heads up. You can come on any during the trip, and they can come on the plane as long as there's room. But for the finals, they get a whole family plane.
Now that's
All
different.
you got to do is worry about basketball.
Yeah, but
That's
during the
it.
season-
they got big like buffet events for breakfast, lunch, and nigga, it's a show. It's unbelievable. The craziest shit I ever seen.
I got a young guy, Moses Bowie, from Arkansas. He can play, boy. He's 19, lights out shooter, got good size.
Gotcha.
God, man.
Oh, put him to sleep, Steph.
Night.
Ooh.
Put him to sleep, Steph.
Ooh.
Nah, don't play hurt now, man.
Put him to sleep.
why is he still? I'm sorry, but why does he still have the offer? Like, he would have been, man, get this. Here we go. All right, Iverson cut. All right, now. Why is the ball running through? How many shots does Marcus Smart has?
He can't get no separation, man.
It's tough.
How many shots does Marcus Smart has? Because he has
Man,
more.
go ahead and bring out the trophies, man.
Oh, Klay didn't shoot it. Klay told him to slow it down. He must feel something.
You
Klay
know
told him to
what
slow
Klay
it
said.
down. Klay said, hold on.
Hold on.
Man, in that Warriors crew when you were there, who was the hardest working dude on the squad? If you had to pinpoint one guy who put in the most work, or was it just?
Couldn't.
That's what I was expecting you to
Steph
say.
and KD were doing the same. KD is 7 feet tall. Steph is his size, doing the same pivot, off bounce, right hand, left hand angles, jumping in the. There was Steve Nash
Spinning
jumping in the
around,
air, landing on one
balance
foot, bro. It
shots.
was
So
unbelievable.
they're just challenging each other.
And then I can see Klay on the other side, and in 30 minutes, Klay might miss 2 shots in 30 minutes.
Right.
Listen,
you know what
man,
I mean? And then
I be
Draymond is
telling
doing
my
this
boys,
shit.
I say, man, y'all be talking about Steph. Klay shoot that bitch just as well, bro.
We had this debate
Straight
last time I was
up.
here,
This conversation
and people
last
got,
night.
Straight up.
people been
Only-
on talking shit to me on Twitter since.
Man,
I'm like, bro,
look,
you haven't seen
only
Klay.
difference is the handles.
That off the dribble, straight up and down, just shooting. Come on, man.
You know what? The
I be
only
trying
thing
to
we
tell
need to-
people, but people get mad when they hear that.
Nah,
Like people that don't know get mad.
Wiggins.
That's Steph
Wiggins.
fans, you know what I'm saying?
Wiggins.
Steph
but-
is great, the greatest. But when I'm talking about just
Shooting?
catch and shoot that motherfucker,
Klay right there, bro.
Nobody paid attention. Y'all remember when? Y'all remember that year when Steph missed some games? I think this after they won the first championship. Steph missed some games, and Klay was the only person on the team. He was averaging about 32, 33 points a game
Klay's cold.
in that span.
Klay is cold.
This was early.
Motherfuckers forget
This
how
is before they won championship.
Nah, this was after they won the first one.
Klay is cold.
This was like going through their second one. He was averaging about 30. He was averaging about 30 something in that span.
I think Steph's been undefeated with the
Didn't he
purple.
step to the
purple
side?
Yeah, 4-0, right?
Nah, he ain't style. He
He
just
didn't
pump
step?
fake. Nah.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, damn.
I'm
Nobody
glad,
gonna call
Mac,
it.
I'm glad you said that, Mac. It's funny because like
What?
people really don't. The Klay, it's hard to tell. It's a coin flip.
Nah, bro. They
a
neck
coin
and neck. They,
right
they
there,
call the
bro.
Splash Brothers for
Man,
a reason,
come
bro.
For a reason.
Klay is
real.
a great shooter.
Now you can't
bro.
tell me a motherfucker that hits 60 on 9 dribbles.
With Kevin Durant.
Man, come on,
With
man.
Kevin
Like,
Durant
dog, I ain't trying to
and
hear
Curry
that, bro.
on the court.
That dog.
with both of them on the court.
But I see, but see, motherfuckers are so stupid though, because when you say that, they thinking, they're thinking that we're saying he's probably the same identical player, like he's on that level. We're just talking about flat out shooting the ball, just straight shooting. He is right there.
Right there. Right there. Oh, travel.
That's what he can't do.
Nah.
You're not gonna make too many plays for you. Yeah, but congrats to these boys, man. The minute they can feel it. So this is a dynasty, right? 4 and 7 years?
Yeah, 4. That's definitely.
4 and 7 years,
4 and
right?
7 years?
That's a dynasty.
Is that considered a dynasty?
Yeah,
That's a dynasty.
You don't think
Can't
so?
get it. KD, bro. 2 of them. KD was there for 2 of
So
them.
that's not a dynasty.
You don't think so?
Because KD was there.
I'm not mad at that, but he was a part of the team.
But the year before he came over, they were 72 and
73 and 9.
73
lost.
But do you say that about Miami? Not that I don't think Miami qualifies as a dynasty, but Miami had a nice little run too, and people put them up as one of the best.
21, 2.
Yeah.
2 out of 4.
So this is so basically
This is 4 out of 7.
So what
Well,
about
that's a-
well, I mean,
That's
you
why.
can't say it's a dynasty.
I think it's a dynasty.
You have to call
That's
because
what I'm saying, like,
because it's the same 3 players.
And I think this is probably the
You know-
most. I think this is the most special
No.
one.
So
too.
like the Jordan, like the
think
Jordan
this-
era,
yeah.
right? You have Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman, or Jordan, Pippen. You call it a dynasty because Jordan and Pippen's still there.
Who was still the best player?
Jordan.
Who was the best player when KD joined?
KD. But
That's not the same what he's saying, no. Right? They added Jordan.
That's what
They added a Jordan.
I'm not mad.
So if KD stayed though
But they
for
was
these 4.
For sure.
But I mean,
He was the
I guess it's dynasties because you're just saying the whole organization,
Overall,
the whole
they
organization
got
as a whole.
championships.
They do.
This
If you're
team.
saying over, okay.
No, but I hear your debate, but I still think that's what the NBA is now, right?
Bro,
That's what the NBA is now,
Yeah.
right?
They
So
flip-
to me to win
They
4
special.
championships in 7 years, to have the arc they had, to lose people, to get injured, to be the worst, one of the worst teams in the league, to get healthy and bounce back
but
too.
we always knew when he's healthy, Klay's healthy, Draymond's.
Yeah.
They
Well, because the Warriors, think about it, the Warriors are the only team in the league that kept their core together, and they brought Iguodala back just for what he's doing now. He's not even in the
He's-
game, but
he's
just
UD
coaching these.
right
Come
now.
on, man,
Now,
straight up.
now, this is how Antonio got those 5. Imagine if
What if they fuck around and get him?
they drafted Melo Ball.
They could have had it.
If they took LaMelo Ball, they took Wiseman at the second pick. If they would have took Melo Ball at the
They took Wiseman, bro.
now imagine how long this run looks now.
I gotta ask you, how long does
Because that's how Tim Duncan.
I think
How long
Golden
does this
State
run
has
look with this
2
squad?
I think they got 2 more years with this run with these guys.
Yeah,
I think
do
2
too.
more
Because
years.
their young players are really good. Like Wiseman
Yeah.
didn't even suit up this year.
Yeah.
Is anybody on the West and anybody in the West on their level?
There's gonna be. I think the Clippers will be.
Yeah.
Clippers.
Clippers.
Phoenix.
A healthy
Why is it
Denver.
always out of towners that's called the Clippers, man? That's like
Phoenix don't stand a chance.
you can't say the.
You don't
That's
feel
just
like the
sound.
Clippers? Oh, just because it don't sound good.
That's like saying Sacramento.
Man, that's nothing like saying
It's
Sacramento.
like saying
I mean,
Sacramento.
when we
That's
saying
my
on their
hometown
level, I
team.
mean, you know.
But with Kawhi back,
I think the Clippers are.
they're
Fuck what
good.
Gil's talking about. I think they are.
It's the Clipper. The name hurts them.
Hey, no bullshit.
It's just the name.
Hey, just that Donald.
It's just that.
Hey, that's why I be telling these dudes, man, when they move to their new arena, they got to change their team
They
name.
do.
Like
Change
they
the
gotta
name.
start-
Change
yeah,
that
Steph.
name.
Yeah, to me, I feel like this one means the most, man. These motherfuckers have been through hell.
Oh no, this is definitely the
Yeah.
most meaningful chip.
Yeah.
No
Congrats to
doubt.
them boys.
Finals MVP.
Yeah.
The first one, the first one in this one.
For 5 out of the 6 of the
I
games.
would say this one is by far. I
Steph
feel
in
like.
tears right now.
He
Oh, they
should
got
be.
Iggy on the court to finish it.
yeah.
Yes. Get the
they
ball.
took that ball.
Yes,
Yeah,
fellas.
you better get that ball now.
Look at Mo. Mo got him a. I tell you, Mo, you gonna get a chip, boy.
4 of them.
Man,
Yes, sir.
look, they gonna be scary next year, bro.
Yes, sir.
They gonna be
But you
good.
know what? We counting out Bron.
No.
No.
If-
Nah.
Talk. So what do y'all feel like needs to happen for that to work? Russ,
Man,
AD. First of all, AD got to stay
I don't
healthy.
s-
You think he's just too fragile?
Ooh, AD?
AD? You think he's just too fragile?
I don't like
just
that
body.
group. I don't like Russ, Bron, AD. I don't like that trio. I love Russ as a player, but I don't like him with
those.
Bron. I don't like him with that group.
I think it's him and Bron
because
don't
because
mesh.
both of them need the ball. Russ to me he's not a guy that you just gonna put in the corner. He can't play off the ball. Russ needs the ball.
And he's not a Kyrie where when you give it to him, he can create and do all the things. So it's like it's two people who need to go downhill.
So you don't see anything. You don't see it working either, Gil?
It has to be a great offensive game plan for both of them. It has to be a great set. Like
only way it's gonna work.
Russ
got to come off the bench.
And
That's the only way. That's the only way it'll work, bro. With them in the starting lineup together.
Because you got to think he's playing against the second unit. The ball's gonna run through him.
Give him the ball.
how do you tell Mr. Triple Double come off the bench?
If you want this feeling right here,
right? You right? Talk about.
You want this feeling right here?
Sacrifice.
You gotta sacrifice.
Man, listen,
bro.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just be honest.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about for it to work. I don't see him doing it.
It's gonna be hard
to stay there. No doubt it'd be tough.
Listen.
I have a problem with that.
Like I gotta sit on the bench and watch who gonna be starting in front of me. Who? What's their names? I don't even know who their names is me, but I gotta watch them start. Oh man, I'll be the most hateful man in the world.
But
Man.
I think in a way that it works. To me, the biggest person that has to make a sacrifice is Bron, because I feel like Bron can get his shit going wherever he wants. So I think if he lets Russ work a majority of the game, he picks and chooses his spots and plays the mid post. But he can play more that.
No, first 5 minutes, let Russ start off. Because Bron is a decoy anyway. You know how he decoys at the beginning? Right. Russ, go. Russ, you go. And then when they sub you out, I'll go. Like him and the Gauskas. Gauskas gets the first 5 minutes. And then as soon as Gauskas got.
But I like Bron working out that post, mid post, pinch post, and screener. To me, I think he can control the game from that area and let Russ rock until he feels like it's time for him to go. Because he could play off the ball. He could play in the corner. You know what I mean? He can play in that mid and dominate that.
What were they missing this year? They were missing shooting.
They ain't had no shooting.
So you have 30 seconds. We already talking Lakers. I love it. I love it.
I mean, they were missing shooting, and you can't replace shooting.
Can't replace shooting.
I think they can make it work. I think AD's got to be healthy, and Bron can sacrifice.
So we here live for the No Chill with Gilbert Arenas NBA Finals postgame show. The Warriors are the 2022 NBA champs.
Congrats
we
to
got
them
Chris
boys.
Johnson, we got Matt Barnes,
we
we
gotta
got
take a
Gil,
shot.
we got T-Mac. We got to take a shot for them.
We
got a couple Warriors in here. We got to take shots to these
Take a
boys.
shot. The Warriors past the present.
Even with that team, though, man, you don't want to chase these boys around like that for 7
You don't
game
want to
series.
chase that
dog.
man around.
Like,
That man you don't want to chase around.
so it's 4 out of 8.
4 to 8.
I swear to God, if I had to play, I've been playing. I'd rather guard Klay or Draymond.
No doubt.
I'd put one of those moves. If like you got Steph. No, I don't. I'm sorry, Coach. No, I don't. You know I've done that
You
before.
cannot relax, bro. You cannot relax guarding this man.
They put me on Kerry Kittles once. I was like, I'm good.
They put me. Even take his last shot, so he's
They
ready
put
for
me
this one.
on
Let's cheers it up.
Rip Hamilton.
Great season.
Man, y'all better give me back Chauncey.
Hey, with all the scratching he be doing.
Listen, I'll take those.
Yeah, salute to the Warriors, man.
Cheers.
In the Bay.
I'll take those.
Yes.
Y'all see
They
my
said
style?
Aisha can't cook, and then they got cooked.
And I took that personally.
Yeah, I had them rips from International Smoke. After Game 5, they was fired. Aisha definitely know what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, that
Give her
shit's
her bag.
This is dope, though. I love it.
I see Dale and Sonya boo list
Right?
for this one.
Yeah.
They know
Keep the
better.
drama. This is for our kids.
You got the booze?
They didn't come with their significant.
That shit was wild.
They go there significant effort.
That shit.
That was good for them. They came.
There's no +1.
That's true, bro. Like
That's what they
Was it
said.
the swap?
I don't know. I'm not speaking on it, but I don't know. That's what they said it was.
So you can't believe social media, man. That shit's crazy, man.
I think it was a swap, but they were longtime family friends, so it might have just been a
social media
seamless,
put that shit out there like that.
easy trade.
Easy trade.
Easy.
I missed something.
So
Oh yeah.
Sonya's new boo and Dell's but were married.
It was a wife swap.
It was just a straight swap.
But they were both at one game. And but Steph dapped up the dude, so Steph knows the dude must be cool.
Yeah,
because Steph, you know what I mean? So yeah.
But there was a game like last year or something where it's like she was like sitting on his lap or something. So I mean, this has been going on for a while.
Wait.
Hey, to each his own, be happy. Yeah.
So a whole nother family.
They
He's
just
like, you know what?
But they were family friends, kicked it like.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get that off you, man. You can take mine. One of those.
Top 3 protected, you know. Cash considerations.
I think Klay.
Straight made a trade. In-season trade.
Hey, we should have known this is probably something we couldn't tell Gil. There's a reason why Gil didn't know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we shouldn't have told Gil.
Yeah, you can't tell him.
Oh, man.
I think Klay come back and have an even better season next year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
we
You
were
could already
talking
tell
about
his lateral.
No, yeah, this is just.
But how do you bring this whole squad back?
couple
Somebody got
steps
to be the
slower
odd
this
man
year.
out.
I think he's going to be
Yeah, they can't afford Poole. They can't afford Poole and Gary Payton.
They kind of show. I
so
think
who do
now.
you pick?
I think they get GP. Oh no, Poole is
No,
number
GP
one.
already got his deal.
If you're Poole,
Poole
you
is
come
number
back.
No,
one.
they already gave GP his deal.
So what do you think
He
Poole's
got a
gonna
2-year
get?
deal.
Poole's gonna get.
Poole's 80.
He's gonna
Draymond's
get.
up. Isn't Draymond up?
No, he's got another year.
I'm gonna say Dre might be.
I don't think he can
Dre-
be the odd man out for this team to
This-
move
not
to
for
win
this team.
championships. Dre's gonna be there as long as this
He's
core is
gonna
there.
be there.
No, I know he's gonna be there. I think his role
Cut.
might diminish a little bit.
Money
To
cut
what?
or his role?
No, his role. His role might diminish a little bit. You don't think so?
His brain too high.
Yeah, I don't know.
He does what
Like
other
money
people-
wise. Look, money wise, he's gonna have to sacrifice.
Yeah,
He could.
He may.
I think he'll put
You gotta
that
remember,
I think he will.
He's
because he's doing very
damn
well
near
off the court.
But he's damn near max.
Down with the
times,
cigar,
2 times.
I feel it. Okay.
Like like you gotta remember, he's maxing. So it's like, yo.
I think Poole's gonna get 20 to 25 million, but 20 to 25 million a year.
So you got 4 players over that.
Yeah.
But the Warriors have showed they're not afraid to go in that luxury
Man,
tax.
they gonna go.
But they
in.
so
You
far-
gotta go
but
in
they
it,
so
bro. To
far
win- to
in-
do
I think
this,
you got to do
go
whatever
in
you
it.
do while Steph is on the team.
Right.
Run it up while Steph is on the team.
Man,
Get
as
many
high as
chips
it-
you
as
can,
high
right.
as you could.
If we go have to go 500
As high as you
million in
could.
the
We didn't have those type of
you gotta
owners.
do it.
You got to do what
Gotta
you
do
gotta
it.
do.
We
This
didn't
is
have.
Steph's chance.
We
That's why
didn't have
he
those
just
type
scored.
of. We didn't have those type of.
That
owners.
kind
I
of money.
played with a.
No, they had that kind of money.
But they weren't spending.
You gotta. It seemed like back then it was just they were so old, right? That when they got these teams, they got them for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. So they already made their money, right? So they didn't care. These are most of the NBA leagues was basically far. No matter, everybody hated Sterling, they wanted to be like him. Get all these number 1 picks, top 5 picks, get rid of them. I ain't got to pay them.
He was making money too.
Making money. That's what they all. That's why there's agreements. The lockouts was never about us. The lockouts about them.
Yeah.
They couldn't work. They couldn't. You talking about businessmen? I remember one businessman said, "Hey man, you're just a bad businessman. Who told you to buy that team over? Where that team at?
He was making too
Minnesota.
much money.
Hey,
Yeah.
Who told you to buy a team in Minnesota? Why should I share my TV deal with you? Take it
what
from the
that
players. That's what that. Take it from the players.
Certain organizations was making bank, where them smaller markets weren't getting shit.
Now think of a small market player, and you worth 80 million, and then Lakers be like, oh, I give him 120. Now you coming out of the pocket, another 40 million that you didn't even calculate. He ain't worth 120. Now you're forcing me to spend money that I didn't want to spend, messing up my just to keep my star player.
Right.
Them boys got 4 chips, man.
Four.
So we got to ask y'all, better dynasty, the Warriors or LeBron?
You said or LeBron?
Dynasty?
4 rings.
Yeah, but Bron did it like
He
in
did 10 years.
That's why he said LeBron by himself.
By himself.
LeBron went what, 9
He said it by himself.
He went 10.
So
He went 8
straight.
straight. 9 straight.
So he got 4 and 9.
And
They
he
got
did
4 and
that
8.
in 3 different cities.
So you're comparing LeBron James'
He's
franchise.
just LeBron.
LeBron as a
the
franchise
Warriors, right.
with that bubble championship, the hardest championship in NBA history, no fans.
Okay.
In Orlando, stuck in Disney World, not cracking, no worker bees running around.
No, that was the hardest one for the Lakers as a Laker because you don't get your Laker support.
Right.
No home court advantage. And
Like if they would have faced off against the Clippers, like I was telling the Clippers,
man,
that would have been the
that
best.
takes a lot of pressure off role players.
That takes
so
a
they can just
true.
go and hoop, dog.
True.
What were you
Have you noticed those bubble stars? Those bubble stars that never showed up again? Right. They never showed up again.
Hey, man.
They paid one of them.
It was some
They
stupid
didn't
numbers
run the
being
bench
put
for
up in the
Miami this year.
bubble.
They paid
The practice players,
they
be
putting up crazy
good.
numbers,
They
bro.
get in that game and see all them lights, freeze up. Yeah. Ain't been nice since the bubble.
So man, what is it about
Miami
this?
paid their role players.
What is it about this Warriors franchise, man? That obviously they're willing to spend, and everybody kind of knocks them for being so high in the luxury tax, but just the willingness to break bread.
It starts at the top.
For sure.
Winning starts at the top. I mean, right here, these Joe Lacob and his crew, they do whatever it takes. Like I said, players, all they got to do is worry about winning. We take care of your family, your friends, everything. We'll spend to make shit happen. Like I said, I think they have an understanding.
Like when you have that, when you could just worry about playing basketball, and you ain't got to worry about other shit.
Like the little shit, the tickets, the
That's
travel,
what
the
I'm saying.
hotel
That-
room.
that shit
They
gets
take
frustrating.
care of all that.
That shit get real frustrating.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
You're not getting that type of love.
Nah, man. I just heard G Hill tell that story the other
Crazy,
day,
right?
man. That shit, that's crazy, bro.
What happened with Tim?
So, he's supposed to be teamed up with us. But they were at dinner, right? And Timmy's, I think it was his fiance or wife, I don't know what the relationship was at the time, asked, could the family travel to games?
She asked Doc personally.
She asked Doc personally at dinner. And Doc's answer was no. Like, sometimes it's like, right? Whatever the answer was, she wasn't feeling it when they got back to the hotel. That was the deal breaker.
But Grant thought he was rolling. Like, you should watch the pod. Like, to me, he said, to me, it says, like, as soon as that came across, I knew Tim wasn't coming. Grant's like, nah, you're tripping. But to me, it says she saw the energy in this girl, and it was over.
But people don't understand that. Like I remember,
Happy Boo, Happy Crow.
what was the first team? What was the first team that you went to, and they had food for you?
They had what?
Food.
You can just drop it like right on top of food or whatever.
Dog. What you talking about?
After the game, y'all got food.
From the other team?
The other team.
Dallas.
Was the first, your first?
I think so.
What year?
Man, I be smoking too much weed to remember that.
Cleveland.
Yeah, they always looked out.
always had
Cleveland.
Yeah, see, you got to remember,
Cleveland
before that,
First one though.
that was the first that gave you that type of. Remember, they had real food.
Yeah.
They had a spread.
But so did Dallas, though. And that barbecue sauce was fire.
Dallas
Yeah.
did as
What
well.
year?
Yeah.
Like,
Are y'all trusting
not the 04, 05 years.
I trust food from Mark Cuban.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
04, 05 years?
I'm not eating
Yeah. When Steve Nash and Dirk.
I think so.
Yes. When Steve Nash and Dirk was there.
we
Absolutely.
had that
They got a little
rollout.
food. I just remember Cleveland being like,
Yeah,
y'all.
they always looked out. And
Like, y'all.
Cleveland has the Crustables in the locker room, too.
No,
Did you fuck with the
New York,
Crustables?
New York got a spread too now.
for the
For the home team.
for the whole. I'm talking about for the road.
Yeah, the road team.
The
That's how you
road.
judge.
Finals MVP.
I'm talking about that road team.
Congrats,
Finals MVPs
Steph.
matter.
Yes, sir.
guys. Finals MVPs matter.
So where's Steph ranking you guys top 10? Is he in there yet?
Of course. Of all time?
Yeah.
Top 10?
See, me,
You think so?
the problem with me in the top
take
10.
out?
I mean, for me, just him being a shooter, he's broke every record. Like he's a champion.
You changed the game.
He changed
Face of
the whole game,
Basketball
bro.
globally, he's changed.
And he's consistent.
I asked, who you take out?
So he's not in your top 10 yet.
Not yet.
What's his
I'm
top
not even
10?
mad at
He's
that.
up to his top 10.
He's not in yours? Top 10?
My top 10 is altered because I don't, like, after, like 85, anybody before that, fuck them. I didn't, you know what I mean? I can't. I'm sorry. Anybody from any other.
So Oscar?
I got Russell Westbrook. I got the same person to do the same thing. I got the same guy here to do the same thing. Like mine is I can't go, right? I can look at your stats, right? I can look at your stats And then I'm like, all right. And then I watch your game and I'm like, bro, you trash. because of the lens I'm looking from now, right? I guarantee a Ferrari back in the 80s, I'm pretty sure that shit was nice. Right. Today's Ferraris, and I got to look back at the 80s Ferrari, that shit's trash, right? And that's how I look at the players.
Evolution of basketball.
The evolution of basketball.
Evolution of basketball.
That's what I hate about the top 75.
It's hard. I agree.
Me, I hated the list because I'm sitting here like, yo,
it was some
if it's top 75, you have to be able to remove
Some of the first 50,
people who do not actually belong anymore because it's top 75.
I think they had people who had a lot of historical significance, but weren't necessarily the top 75 players, with all due respect.
But how do you even vote on that shit? Because you're voting on people you never even saw play, right?
No,
You're just voting on what that name used to mean back in those days.
Like the George Mikan, right? They have a drill called the George Mikan drill. Right? You would assume this motherfucker never missed layups. You look at his percentage, you look at his percentage. If he had this percentage in today's game, he will be booed out of every arena. He was shooting 40% from the field.
As a big?
And he was the biggest man on the court.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
And I was like, maybe it was a joke. Maybe it's like, yo, the Mikey drill, he need to work on his layups. Maybe that's why. Because
So we taking out Oscar, putting Steph in.
I don't know who top 10 is.
So you got
Who's top 10?
You got MJ. You got Magic. Kareem.
Are you going in order, or are you just going?
No. Bird.
Oh, you looked at me, my bad. I got some KDs and some LeBron.
Man.
That'll mess with that.
Hey, Bird was a motherfucker, though.
3 or 4 chips,
But you
right?
know what? It's my rule of thumb is always, if you put Magic, you have to put Bird. It's just those just
like they
go
go
connected.
together.
Right.
So, all right, okay.
Tim Duncan, Shaq, Kobe,
We only right there, huh?
Wilt, Cream. That's 10 right there.
You said Wilt
He
and
didn't even
Kareem?
say.
Wilt, Cream.
You already said Kareem.
I said Cream already?
Yeah.
Dream?
Nah, and see, that's the question.
Dream?
That's the question, and he dreamed.
And then we didn't put no guards in there.
But you know he was cold, but
Dream?
We didn't put no guards in there. And that's nobody from the new era. That didn't even know LeBron James. That's no
Oh shit! Man,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We don't even.
Bron,
Why you think I cut half the list off for age? Like, yo.
So where it seems like Mike is unanimous number 1.
Bron.
Now
Shaq.
where's Kobe at for y'all?
Man, shit. MJ. For me, MJ, Cole, Bron.
It kind of mix it up and throw it up there.
But
that's how I feel.
But we're scoring.
that's the top 3 though, right?
But remember, we're scoring, so it's like.
That's 3.
Cole played defense though. My MJ played defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bron played a little defense, but MJ and Cole played defense.
That 3 right there, that's 1, 2, 3.
Right. That's.
I don't care how you want.
That's all I
That's
be
1, 2,
trying to
3.
tell people, man. And the people, like when I'm over at ESPN, you see these rankings and they got Kobe 8 or
They
outside the top 10.
disrespect Kobe like a
you
motherfucker.
crazy as a motherfucker.
They disrespect
You are
Kobe.
crazy. I be telling them, I was like,
You can't do
who?
that.
And I
They
work
be
there. I'm like,
disrespecting
yo,
Kobe,
who is
bro.
making these lists? This shit is like real life disrespectful.
They do analytics.
Right.
They do and they
Well, you
look at
saw
the
at one
sheet.
point they said the Celtics had an 82% chance of winning, and I was just like,
Yeah,
who is?
Yeah, that is.
Because they look at stat sheets. They don't look at the game.
It's
They
the
don't
eye
understand-
test. They don't
have the eye
it.
That's
test.
the field.
Yeah.
Go out and guard that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You keep talking about this ain't no lion. Go out there. Go put your hand in. Go put your hand. Go put your hand in the cage.
Go guard him.
Go put your hand in the cage.
I be trying to tell them.
So that's why it's questionable, because Steph is like he's in a different element as a player.
Well, see, here's why. And I don't.
Who got Wiggins that MVP?
No,
Nah, that
he just
ain't-
hold the trophy.
So here's when it comes to
19
Steph to
18 and
me,
nine, nothing to be-
right? When we talk about
Solid.
Steph, and when I look at Bron, MJ, I look at that caliber of guys. These dudes have been the best in the league over a decade. We talking about dudes that have 10
Long runs.
10 all NBA first team. You know how hard that is, bro?
Tough, bro.
That's tough. Steph what, has 3 all NBA first teams? 4? 3, 4?
See,
These boys
I
got
think
10.
His impact came in so at the right time, and I just think it reminds me of Magic and Bird. If you look at Magic and Bird's numbers, they're okay. It was because of what was going on during that time, racism. You had Boston in them versus LA opened up, and you got the 2 stars who actually weren't racist. They actually loved each other. They actually had fun. So it was a battle of free versus them.
Motherfuckers was great though.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Bird
that's
was
what more.
averaging 28 and
But that's what it was
14.
more about. It was more about the
Barkley,
racism.
Malone, any of them 2 in there?
See,
No?
greatness like that we don't even think about. We don't even think.
Malone was
Malone and
What, 3?
Barkley was a motherfucking killer.
yeah, he was one-sided.
KD.
Is KD already top 10?
All said and done, I think he got to be.
KD top 10?
Already?
So, what year is this? 12 for
By
him?
the time he was 28, he had everything. As a scorer, he had everything.
He will be in my top 10. I'm just going by what guys have how they do it, what guys have accomplished in terms of championships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And MVPs and all NBA teams and all that shit. KD is in my top 10.
2 pure
But-
scores. Is he the most complete scorer we've seen?
He would know better than me.
Yeah, but I would love to have seen KD more back to the basket, right? Kind of keep it a little bit easier. Getting more attempts at the free throw line.
You got to work hard for his shit.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's the thing that when you're talking about greatness and players who like are it, if you look at their free throw line, they're anywhere from
Damn, it's 8,
7.5 to 10.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Consistent.
Yeah. And
He doesn't
just-
get fouled.
Just think about it. Motherfucker averaged 30 and he probably shoot 5 free throws.
And had Russ with him, and had James at one point.
Yeah. Imagine him getting to
doesn't
the
make
free throw
sense.
line 10 times. He's gonna shoot 50%.
He still has time to get there, though. That's
But
to me.
he's the only player that can actually, in today's era, probably average 40.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Can he catch the scoring record?
Where he's at now. See where he's at scoring. He's got to be about 26,
He's only 28.
26, 27.
25,526. 25,000.
What year is it? Coming
He
in,
got
going into
13,000 to
13?
go.
No. He's not catching LeBron.
Nah, he ain't
You got to
catching that.
remember, LeBron has never had a major injury.
Oh,
Never.
you're right.
And even though he's not a pure scorer, he still averaged 28
Yeah,
a game.
he ain't catching
So
that.
shit.
He'll be top 5 in assists and motherfucking number 1
So
scorer of all
it's like
time.
the person who's going to be Mount Rushmore in numbers was never a pure
Although
scorer.
it's jumbled up, we all agree Cole, MJ, Bron. Can Bron get ahead of Jordan at any point?
No.
There's nothing he can
Why
do.
though?
The reason
Just curious.
the reason I say it is because the narrative that pushes is all Jordan era writers. So the Skip Baylesses and all them,
They're not gonna allow it.
They're never gonna allow it. You gotta remember, the era of LeBron is not really in the field yet.
Deep in it.
They're deep in it. Yeah, we can
just
put our
started.
narrative, but it's like all those guys they're Jordans.
Yeah, they're not
Like,
gonna
you
allow
ask
that.
Skip Bayless why he don't like LeBron, he can't even give you a real reason.
No reason.
He loves
Just
LeBron.
cause.
That's his
Yeah,
money maker.
deep down, he loves
He
him.
loves him.
That's
but
why
he
he's
doesn't
on him so
give you
much.
a reason why
Absolutely
he doesn't
not.
like him.
Right.
He just knows, I watch Jordan train, I watch Jordan play and work out, and Jordan's the best ever.
But when you look at that Jordan era, you got to acknowledge the expansion era of the league and what them dudes were saying about the league at that time.
he played against Jordan. I don't. So I
And I'm
wouldn't
not
really-
knocking Jordan, but you had 8 teams
Nah,
in the
you
league
can't
at that
knock
point.
Jordan.
No,
8
no,
league?
Nah, you
8
can't.
teams.
No, they didn't. That was back when.
Who had 8 teams?
89, 90,
8 teams.
6, 8. No, it
No,
was
that
like
was 2016.
No,
2016.
No, Jordan
not
came in
when
with
MJ
28
played.
teams.
MJ, 89, 90, they added 4.
But that was
Then
the
they added
26.
Then they added Raptors and whatchamacallit, Grizzlies.
Yeah, to make it 30.
That was 95.
So I'm saying, so
26.
six teams in like an 8-year window or something like that.
Yeah, but it was 24 to 28 to 30. Now you look back, Bill Russell, AAU, 4-4.
Not knocking it, not hating it.
4-4, 3. Like that be my.
One thing I know about you, you don't fuck with the old school, boy.
Because they use
You don't fuck with the old school.
They use these blanket stats. Like, yeah, I got six All-Stars. You only had to go against 3 guards. You should have 6. You played 14 years.
Yeah.
14 years and you had to beat 2 other guards to be in the All-Star game. That should be easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's my thing. I look at their stats and their resume of all NBA teams and All-Stars, and I'm like, that's 1 in today's era. That's 1. It was 4 teams on this side, 4 teams on this side. And you still had 12 people in the All-Star game. Bench players made the All-Star game. There's bench players who average 8 in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, you know what's gonna come though? Not to switch it up, just watching this. You know they gonna try to push him over Bron. You know that's coming, right?
Steph?
Who?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Because he got 4 chips now.
Skip Bayless is like this.
You know it's coming.
Can't wait.
Skip Bayless to this
Can't
motherfucker
wait.
like.
Yeah.
So
wait.
what does Steph need to do to get on that Mount Rushmore? Or is that even possible?
Keep continuing.
He just gotta stay on this
Longevity.
path.
It's longevity. It's
Yeah,
longevity.
yeah.
He gets
He
6
got-
rings. Is he in that combo?
Shit, he get.
I
To
think-
me, if he get 5 and get another Finals MVP like he did, man,
People
he
don't realize this is his about 7 years.
7 years. What?
His run this is
This is 8.
no for him. He came on the scene basically 2000. Was that
Steph?
5, 6, 14, 15?
Right.
14. That's when everybody knew Steph. 14, 15.
Yeah.
To now.
Look, there it is right there. It's a bad motherfucker, boy.
Tough resume right
That's
there.
a bad motherfucker.
8 all NBA. Oh, that's not.
See, that's just an 8. Like, think about
That's
it.
8 R&B. So
Total.
he got 4. When you look at Bron shit, that's like 18.
Yeah, I know it's.
That's a
sick.
difference. You see what I'm saying? When you look at
That's what I'm
MJ,
saying.
that's
He has 8. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
8. And you're like, oh, wait, how long has he been in the league?
what is?
Like Kevin Durant is on like 12. Russell has more than 8.
Yeah.
People don't look at it like that though.
Shit, I got 7.
Shit, I got 3 and I only played like 4 years.
Shit, I got 7 in 11 years. Then my fucking knee went out. What-
But your
what-
back was, your
Nah,
back.
it was my knee.
I
My
thought
back was fine.
Oh, I thought it was the back
I mean,
that started it.
No, it was my knee.
It was the knee?
Yeah. When you fucked your ear?
25. 2007. I was 25.
Damn.
Like all my shit
what
is.
year was that?
All 2000.
No, I'm saying how many years in the league was that for you?
5, 6.
Your 6th year?
No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my 6th year.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
You got a strong dose of age of 0 for like 3, 4
3
years.
years. It was just three good years,
incredible.
boy.
Hey,
It was-
bro. That's why I be telling people, man, because people got
Incredible.
mad. Another thing we said, people say, would you take Steph over a scorer? Would you say Gil? And I mean, I think that's a real argument. Like Gil at his prime, obviously Steph's longevity is going to put him ahead of Gil with all due respect, but Gil at his prime was a
I always do this. I say, if we stop everybody at 25, I do that. That's how I get. If we stop everybody at 25, they ain't fucking with me.
Shit, I
That's a
wasn't
kick
far
game
behind you,
game.
bro. I think my shit
Right.
went out at 29.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I was done at 29.
We didn't have. We had just ice. Put some ice on it.
Yeah, dudes can't even hit the
Throw the ice on it.
full activation.
Huh?
Now, does Jordan being undefeated and not losing a championship, is that the separator?
It just. You gotta remember.
Just a
Look
question.
at the ages of the men right there. Right. That right there, they're gonna use. He's never played a game 7. He's won every. Like they're gonna. The narrative is gonna always be the same. LeBron can win 14 championships. Yeah. Hey, yo, he had to team up with this and that and had to do this and that. It's just.
But is that the separation?
It's tough
'Cause he
because
never
they
lost.
different type players,
you-
man.
Championship
Jordan was
game.
just a
You
flat
give him
out
more credit
killer,
for not
bro.
making it and being 6-0. Like, he never lost when he made it to the finals, but he also got smacked in the first round.
Right.
You know, things like,
Jordan.
I think we just live in this world now.
Yeah, but that was before Pitt became
that's
an
good,
all-star,
though.
right? Like
No, I'm just
Pitt
saying we
wasn't
live in this
Pitt.
world now
Pitt
where
wasn't
they,
Pitt.
it's almost like you get more credit for not making the finals. They treat that the same as, you know, if you didn't make the playoffs.
No. So what ends up happening is LeBron's gonna always get the knock because he left,
For sure.
right?
But it was
And,
Cleveland.
But it's Cleveland.
And handpicked his teammates with
Yeah,
him.
even though Jordan was in Chicago, a big market at the time, so he's bringing people. I mean, people are coming to him.
Right.
Magic, people came to them. LeBron, nobody was going to Cleveland.
You got to get up out of there. I got a question. What's Ben Simmons' mental like right now? You're his guy. I'm a fan of Ben Simmons. I want to see him. I want to see him because, like, I think he's a special player,
He
man.
is, he is. Gil Ben, I've had Gil in the gym with me and Ben a lot, you know, because I respect Gil, is the way he thinks, his brain, his mindset. You know, the funny part is my feel for Ben when we're in the gym, he's always been a complete dog. I've never seen him dog out a fight. I've had him in the gym with the top players. I've seen him dominate. And like even with having his little back surgery, you know, when he sent me a picture and said, man, this is what was going on in my back. I could tell y'all right now, I was the first motherfucker cussing him out every fucking day, saying, bro, you got a hoop. And he's like, bro, I cannot move. And there's nobody in there but me and him. I cannot
Can't
move.
play with the back.
You cannot. He said, bro, listen, I will try everything for you. And we're in there and we're going, and he's looking at me eyeball to eyeball. And once he had that back procedure, he said, bro, I walked out he walked out of the procedure. And so that's why I said Boston should have took advantage of this opportunity, because with KD and number what's Kyrie, number 2 or 11? 11? Yeah, is 7 and 11? 7, when you got 7 and 11 and you got Simmons, that's an all defensive player,
Yes,
6'10", that can distribute, can shoot,
Guard.
he can guard, he's not afraid of anything. The East looks totally different.
Way different. Healthy Middleton makes the East different.
I told somebody when it was like, yeah, Ben Simmons is weak-minded.
No.
And I said, you have to actually be a basketball player. He's a defensive player, right? I said, so when you're talking about defense, you're talking about a guy who's first team, all defense, which means mentally they take the challenge of stopping them.
Yes.
He's gonna guard you.
said
He's gonna
1
guard
through
me.
5. Yeah.
He's gonna guard. He can't be mentally soft to go and guard the best players.
He might lack some confidence on the offensive end. But soft?
No.
But people don't
I
understand
seen
it.
him run through some people's shit, bro.
But what's the difference?
But it's the narrative.
But I've seen him pull when he plays in the pickup with you. I've seen him come off the dribble, pull jumpers. I've seen him spot up and hit jumpers. Like, what is the
Threes.
difference? Is it that much of a mental barrier for him to do it in the game?
Well, that's my question. Is I have a great relationship with players, so I'm not just standing over there like, oh yeah, guys. I ask the same question,
Right.
And it's more so is given the opportunity to go ahead, and sometimes some players need a push and a pat to say you're the man. Well, in that situation, somebody else is considered that man, and without even saying names or whatever. So I think when you have a special talent and people can see your talent, the way teams play, it's really hard to have a franchise player that actually can distribute and run teams like a Chris Paul and can run a team. So why would you encourage someone to become something of taking shots away from other people if he does a great job of distributing and running the team?
I think he needed a what happened for Westbrook when KD went down and Westbrook had the team by himself and got a taste of like, oh, I think that's what he needed.
We got him to shoot
And like if
threes.
Embiid would have missed 40-something games and it was like, all right, do you?
They
And he's
actually
like-
did that. in his first year. I don't know if you guys know
that's
when
rookie
he brought them. They made the playoffs because there was no Embiid, and he was playing 1 through 5. And he also, I throw this out there for all you guys because you guys are amazing vets. He's never had a vet.
Yeah, man, I was just gonna fucking say that. They don't have vets no more,
so
man.
he didn't have a leader.
They don't have no
so
vets no
he didn't
more.
have, but Philly wasn't bringing vets. Y'all have to understand they kept calling themselves the process.
Yeah.
So since you're calling yourself the process, you're not bringing in someone that say, hey, bro.
Man, this shit is good, bro. I hear you. I hear you.
But that I
got
think
the
that's
munchies.
I think that's missing. How do you think the rookies and those guys that are transitioning for Steph Curry, Klay, and Draymond, why do you think they come off the bench and play so well?
You got Iguodala on there. You
They
got
got
veterans.
vets.
Yeah.
The whole
the
team
way.
is
That shit
vetted.
matters, man.
It matters. Veteran players, man.
Look what happened with Miami when UD and Jimmy Butler got into it
Yep.
Modern closer.
at the end of the
We
fucking
talked about
season.
that
And what
too.
that turned around
Yeah,
for
that
them.
turned
We
That
said
turned
it though.
around.
Need it, but you need that vet. I
No
remember
doubt.
when we came in the league, there was players that were 37, 38, 39. Some played, some didn't, but they were just there.
They were there,
Just
bro.
there.
They teach you how
How to live.
not to do the dumb shit
Fuck
that
just
your
ba-
mind wants you to do as a
Fuck
young
just
kid.
basketball, just life.
Yeah.
It's
Life
hoop
in
too,
general,
but it's
bro.
life, bro. It's the pitfalls that they've been through. And I feel like the league is so young now, and they always want to, they go off potential instead of just have, like, what a Jamal Crawford is going to give you. But you all on the court, but you also know what kind of leadership he can give you.
I'm gonna tell you where they need to add a vet at, because I see some shit spiraling out of control.
Where?
In Memphis, bro. They need a vet over there. The shit that I'm seeing on social media.
These boys are wilding right now.
Yep.
They're living. I'm not mad at it.
I ain't mad at it, but it's,
Because we were active too, but it just wasn't on camera. You know what I mean? So it's just giving the wrong
had
image. That's all it
vets.
is. Right. It'll slow you
had
down.
vets though.
It'll slow you down.
Look at what Patrick Beverly did for Minnesota.
Yeah.
Love it.
Bro, I talked to my guys and coach. It was like, yo, if the coach, remember I told you, if the coaches fuck up on the scout report, in film session, Pat saying, yo, we can't do that. So he holding everybody accountable. And he changed, I think he helped Cat out.
Oh, no
I know how he
question.
balanced out everybody else, but he's helping every player.
Cat's
over
tough
there.
now.
He's got
He's there.
He's the
He ain't being picked on like he used to. He was the one you
He's
picked
walking
up.
back now. Shit, he ain't had no bark before.
And he was the one you be like, oh, no. ISO, 1-4 flat this thing.
Well, he has that Draymond effect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that security blanket effect.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not that they're the same players, but just like a player that you know, like, I know he's got my back no matter what. I'm good.
This boy can shoot that
That's why I think vets are so important. So, B didn't have a vet in Philly at all.
Yeah.
So it was no vet on the team day to day to teach and say, bro, don't do that. Come here.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
But
that
also
don't
probably
work.
tell Joel to chill out at sometimes. You know, because
That's
he
what
be
Jimmy
doing
Butler
this.
was there for.
Right. And he listened, he respected him. That was
They
a big,
lost- when they lost
you gotta
Jimmy-
think, they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Think about that. And I like Tobias, yeah.
I love
I like
Tobias.
Tobias, but they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy's
I
still
love
hurt to
Jimmy
this
Butler,
day.
bro.
Jimmy Butler's a
I love
killer.
Jimmy Butler, bro.
Love Jimmy
Perfect,
Butler.
man. He was the perfect for that team. He was the
Jimmy
perfect.
Butler is two different fucking players, man.
Yep.
Like Jimmy
Playoff
Butler in the
Jimmy.
regular season, like he just cruised
I
through.
gotta get there. Let me get there.
right.
Let me get
get there.
Damn
Just let me get
playoffs,
there.
he's a dog. It's like he turned a switch
I've been
on.
working with Jimmy over 9 years.
Oh, that's right. He's from the crib.
I've had him,
Yeah.
walked him through it, walk to win. So that's what I'm saying, I'm engaged. So when y'all asked that about Ben, I measured that in the players. I'm working with LeBron. I've seen all the guys. I'm looking at him and I watch everybody and I'm not afraid to call you out. Like my job is to get you, hold you accountable and to have you ready to be able to peak perform. That's my responsibility. So it's a lot of honesty that go into that. So with a guy like Jimmy's Jimmy, whether the cameras are on or not. That means that if we are in the gym and we hooping, you only play 2 games because he plays that hard. So because Jimmy knees gonna be sore and it's June, and you like, bro, you cannot, and I realized that quick, and he said, wow, what? I said, bro, you had 10 rebounds, whoever the best player is, he's guarding him. So what I started doing in Houston with Jimmy, we have our open runs just loaded. Jimmy, here's a few things we're gonna do from carryover. You play point. You don't play with no pros. You have to shoot the ball. You have to teach the team how to score. I need you catching the ball in scoring areas because we looked at MJ. We looked at Chu. We took Kobe. I'm on the phone with Drexler, Iceman. And I said, Jimmy, when I looked at his body and I looked at his mindset, I said, I'm gonna make you an all-star. And the next year he got most improved player of the year. He made all-star. He made the Olympics. And you know what? He did not look back, bro. He was in the gym 3-4 times a day. And when we played, because playing is important, that's why I said sparring. So when people look at training and development, they forget the number one aspect, is sparring. Because if you don't spar, you get into a live match, somebody knock you out.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy's sparring was always game speed. He went 4 summers and never lost once, and that was during the Olympics and everything, because I'm sitting right there. He told, I'll never lose. I'll never lose. We play dominoes, never losing. We play cards, never losing.
So you gotta have that type mentality, man.
So that's why Miami, if they get somebody down there,
Who would you like to see over there? Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell. I like.
That's why I said.
It has to be a stud.
I think Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
I had to tell Stephen A. Smith when I was on there because he was like, he don't think Jimmy Butler could be the best player on the championship team. I'm like, shit.
yes, he can because
I
he's
say, bro,
But in
you
a
get,
different way.
I say, bro, if he had one more player
Bradley Beal.
like a Bradley Beal or like an Andrew Wiggins, he'd still be the best player. Yeah, what is he?
Well, him and Andrew, when we was in Minnesota, so I got Jimmy and Andrew. Jimmy come in right away, he said, I fuck with Andrew. He got it.
It was just the Townsend, right?
I feel like Jimmy's at.
I'm just looking at the mentality. I'm just looking at it. If I'm looking at like who they are personalities.
They made the playoffs for the first time in
Hell
14
yeah,
years.
Jimmy did that. They played Houston.
And he tore his meniscus right after All-Star. He Euroed in Houston. He looked right at me and said, bro, this ain't good. I told Jimmy, you finna be up for a super max. I don't think you should play the rest of this year. He said, I ain't ever let my fucking team down. What we doing? I said, well, shit, we need to go to LA. He had surgery, went to LA. I got the footage. We trained every day at UCLA. He started in a chair. And we made 1,000 shots a day. I got my phone right here, dribbling in the chair. He was back in 4 weeks. It was only 3 games left in the season. And the last game for them to win was against the Denver Nuggets. Jimmy averaged 30, 3 games in a row. They needed all 3 games to take Minnesota. And he could have copped out. Because I told him, I said, bro, put your body first. Right. I said, you're gonna get the Supermax. And this me being his dog. He said, I would never leave anything unfinished.
Nah, I love
so
Jimmy,
let's get to work. And nobody knows that conversation. That's
Jimmy.
Me and Jimmy, one-on-one. He looked at me in the bed before surgery and saying, bro, they can't win without me. I will be back.
I feel like Jimmy's at his best because he can do everything, but when he can just manage the game, wherever you
Yes.
need to blow, he can dominate there. If you need him to score tonight, he can dominate that.
does
But I can
everything.
facilitate, I can play defense, I can lock up, I can not shoot. But when he has to be the constant scorer, that's why one more. They get a Bradley Beal, they're a championship
I think they get
contender.
a bigger guy though, because
Yeah,
I don't
Bam.
know if Bam.
Nah, he can't handle that.
So that's why I'm looking at like a different, either a bigger guy or get a guy like Bi, somebody that's very versatile.
Brandon Ingram?
Somebody that's versatile that can score.
Pascal, one of those type of players.
Yes, because Pascal played his best next to Kawhi.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they don't need, I don't know if Bradley, because Bradley he's one of the best scorers you can see, but I don't know if he complements the Heat team to make them go over the edge when they got to see 7 and 11. You think so?
I feel what you're saying. I'm not mad at that. But Brad is a killer and he plays defense.
Yeah, he
works.
gets it.
You know what I mean?
So do you get the rest of the guys out of there? Because you got to move guard space.
Listen,
I'm getting
Washington
Duncan
ain't getting
Robinson
rid
out
of
of there.
Bill. Y'all can keep
Oh, you
it.
said they're not getting rid of Bill?
Hell no, they're not getting rid of Bill.
He a
Washington
bucket.
ain't getting rid of Bill.
You don't think so?
They should though, man. It's been a nice 10-year
Let him be
run
free.
for him. It's time to let him go, bro.
Be
'cause
free,
they
let him spread his wings. Is Dame ever leaving Portland?
ain't- not on his own.
That is they got to force him out of there.
Yeah, not on his own.
That's tough.
Yeah, I think he's at the point where you missed the window of where you could have left. So at this point, he's like, I'm gonna ride it out and y'all gonna have to figure it out, or y'all gonna be the ones that just gets rid of me?
I got a real question. Do you blow up Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's why Quinn Snyder stepped down.
I'm gonna tell you who some pressure gonna be on. Denver got to come with it with Jokic. They got to
Okay.
get some pieces around him because
They trash too.
Even with the young,
Like he was in. You gotta remember, he won MVP in the 6th spot.
Jokic. Yeah.
But so you don't believe in Jamal Murray? What he showed before he got hurt? In the way people
Remember,
he was
coming back?
playing well.
Wait, huh?
That was the bubble.
You're right.
That was the bubble.
You're
it was
absolutely
a
right.
bubble.
That was the bubble.
Yeah, it was a small
So
gym.
bubble don't
Small
count?
gym. Small gym.
It's different. I'm not mad. It's different.
I ain't gonna say it don't count. I just seen
Them
some
50s
cats that I ain't
was
never
a bubble.
seen put up them type of numbers
Well, the
before.
arena
That's
is
all I'm
not an
saying.
arena. It was a
What
small
would you have done in
gym.
the bubble? You would have killed him? What would you have been doing out there?
Well, it's like pickup.
Shit, I
like
would have did the
pickup.
same thing I did when it was.
The lights is on.
No
It doesn't change for the star.
The role players.
It changes for
It's
the
the
role
role
players
players.
that get like uncomfortable with the booing and the heckling and all that. Because you got to remember, in the bubble, there was rules.
Yeah.
The refs put rules in where y'all can't say the ref. You know, there's certain arenas that say ref, you suck. They took that out. They took out the booing.
Yeah.
So now if you the New York Knicks and you ain't getting booed by your
home crowd.
you good. All cheers, let's go Knicks. Yeah.
Get them rabbit ears. You start hearing every goddamn thing out there.
You know what I mean?
Like
When you
that be on
getting
water?
booed, come on, man, that hurt your soul,
So you
bro.
say they got to blow up. They got to figure
Yeah.
out Denver.
Denver Utah and Denver blow it up.
Yeah.
So,
Who could Gobert help? Rudy Gobert.
right away, y'all gonna laugh. He need to come to the Lakers.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Why
like
not?
that.
For who though?
Who you got to get rid of?
I like that.
He gonna rim protect when JaVale was there. When what?
helped him out a lot.
What?
In the regular season, but that's what I'm saying. Do you play him in the fourth quarter? Because you're gonna, you gotta remember,
You're gonna play small.
they gonna go small ball.
You're gonna play small ball anyway.
So now
So
you,
AD go to the 5.
so that means Rudy's out of there.
Right, but that's
So
strategic.
he's sitting on the bench. So you got this whole superstar sitting on the bench.
You can't teach Rudy how to catch in the post and
He
back down
can, but he
Steph.
gotta want to. He gotta just want to shoot.
DeAndre Jordan do it. DeAndre Jordan, like, yeah, you used to be able to be monkey dunking on everybody.
Bro,
They just-
this is what I be wondering. What the fuck are you doing in the off season, bro? Straight up, no bullshit. Like, what are you? What is your workout?
Because you should have hooks, bro.
Shooting
You
free
should have
throws,
hooks.
like-
you should have a floater.
Man,
You should have
I
one
was so
move.
mad at Rudy
One
when
move.
they were playing against the Rockets one year, bro, and Chris Paul was guarding him in the post. I was mad as shit. He couldn't do nothing. Nothing. Bro, you 7'2", and a point guard is guarding you. He had no moves.
Wow.
No moves.
But that is like really thinking
what
about
the fuck are you doing
like
all
really
season,
thinking about
bro?
like if you can't shoot in the regular season 1 year and 10 years is in and you still can't shoot, what did you do in the summer?
Nothing.
Like when you went to the gym, did you just like run the beach?
They
do some
probably didn't
li-
go to the gym.
Run to the beach, lift.
Because the guys
do
that
some-
are at the top go to the gym.
Rebounding drills.
But I'm just saying, like, what do we-
shot drills.
like what are you doing? I just
no
don't.
offensive skills just going on. Like I'm baffled, bro.
I wouldn't pass my teammates the ball if they didn't come to the gym during the season. I don't care about the summer workout. If I go to the gym like at 6 to 9 and y'all didn't come in there, you best believe y'all not getting the ball in game time. No. Coach better call some plays because I'll sit in the what's the name room just to see. I just want to see if you gonna come in there. We left the gym, or you come back? Because I'm counting your shots in practice.
That's amazing.
I count your shots in practice. Like I want to 7, 8, because he ain't gonna get more than me 9, 10. all right. You know what I mean? Because I want to see because I used to talk to coach like, yo, can we do more shooting drills? Like, because
They're not
they don't
shooting
come
enough.
back to shoot. So they took 10 shots. That's it.
That's not enough.
So then we start, practice wasn't practice no more. Then we started having more shooting drills and more, we started that instead of having these practice. Because at the end of the day, what do we really practicing? We know who's gonna get the ball.
Let me ask you a question, Gil.
We know who's gonna get the ball.
Was you a guy that did pregame shooting? You went out and did pregame
3
shooting?
o'clock.
You was out there?
3, like, so I got there on the road.
Super early.
I'll take a cab before the first bus. I'll take a cab, go and get my spot shots.
Yeah.
And then that's why you probably never see it. I'll go and
Damn,
I wasn't gonna see you anyway
that's
because
something
I
you
ain't
never
never
would've-
come out there.
Oh, you did?
I never.
You had a gym at your house. Yeah, we ain't slick. We ain't slick, boy.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, he motherfucker took 1,000 shots at himself. Like, I ain't even shooting that arena, man. I already knew.
Last thing, question for all y'all looking ahead to next season. Warriors, the favorites coming back?
Yeah.
Or in your
Yeah,
mind?
you
who
already
the favorite?
favorite.
Yeah.
Of course.
Healthy Ben Simmons on the Nets and that squad?
Listen.
I'm asking you.
We Laker fans. Man.
Okay.
Lakers is always favorite.
But it's,
You know what I mean?
we, but, no,
You know what I mean?
but we don't know what's going to happen, bro.
Lakers
LeBron,
fans. We Lakers fans.
LeBron,
Yeah, you got to take it from Golden State.
But you always give it. You always respectful. Give it back to the.
They got to sign Poole. I think they'll
Hey, he got to
get
get some jumpers.
I actually picked Golden State last year to win it. I changed it during the playoffs when I seen Boston because I thought Boston had a deep enough team and had the defenders to stay on Steph, but they didn't.
Say from the jump.
I picked Golden State
From the
from the
one.
jump.
For real?
My shit's
From the jump.
I picked them
My
last
shit's
year.
Because
My
then all
shit
three of
Klay
them, and
come
I knew Wiggs with me every day. So my conversation with Wiggs, off the rip, bro, you have to become a prolific role player.
Yeah.
And when Klay was out, he became an all-star. Now, me and him had a conversation when Klay came back.
Don't fall back to that roles. Keep that same.
Because the
aggression.
first three games,
Gotta keep it.
games, he dropped. I called him.
Like, what
The fuck you
bro?
doing?
Yeah.
He was like, they not running shit for me. Nigga, I told you that
Go
from
get
the
it.
beginning.
Go get it.
What you talking about? Go rebound.
Yeah.
Same shit
And
he
so
did in this
now,
series.
if I show y'all my phone right now from
believe it.
just yesterday,
I love it.
the message that he texts me, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Because it was
get
just,
it.
I was like, bro, you gotta get off your horse.
You see him out there flying around, grabbing
He's
offensive rebounds,
amazing,
putting
bro.
bags.
My message
Yeah, I
is
loved
like,
it.
yo,
Man,
you
I
are
loved it.
amazing, dog.
I loved
because
it.
he got outside of who he thought he needed to be and became who he needed to become.
Yeah.
Which is
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
You
I
gotta
picked
think like he's like with all due respect, third or fourth option now.
That's what it
so he
is.
can focus on, let me go lock up. Tonight I'm gonna score 20. I'm gonna get 16 rebounds
and
tonight
he
like
catching
he's
the
comfortable.
fourth guy over here. So his matchup is different.
Playing defense.
Fourth guy averaging.
He was very impressive. He was very impressive.
Started
Right.
an all-star.
Think about that.
Very impressive.
And I think he had a little bit of a struggle too when Jordan Poole's emergence in the second half of the season too.
Yeah.
And that was probably a mental thing. You know what I mean? So for them to just everybody be yourself.
That was
Everybody
different
be
'cause
yourself.
when they came back, we talked about it because it was right after All-Star, and the team dynamics changed because Klay did come back. And if you go look at his stats and you look at performance and things like that, he took he was trying to figure out the puzzle.
Which is understandable.
Which is
you know what I'm
And that's
saying?
hard to
'Cause, you
do.
know, that is
That's
tough to
hard
do,
when you're
man.
new to this
Hell yeah.
this team, this core.
Yep.
With Draymond barking all day, every day,
All
you know what I
day.
mean?
Tough, man.
Steph,
Yeah.
now Klay's coming back. We're similar position. Now this young motherfucker Poole is coming out and killing. Like that's a lot to
It
process,
is,
and
bro.
people think you just once he figured it out,
He
it was
figured it
beautiful.
out,
The
bro.
thing is, not only you got to be efficient in that role too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got to be real
He just
fucking
wasn't-
efficient.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He was the second most important player behind
sure.
Steph.
For sure.
For sure.
Second most important player
He
behind
averaged
Steph.
a double-double in this series, right?
And,
Yes.
and he guarded.
It was like 19 and 11 or something?
Slow Tatum.
If you go back
all
and
the
look
way
at the
down.
whole playoffs, though,
Slow Tatum down.
he dominated Luka. And we talked about how high about Luka.
He was a motherfucker.
Go back and watch Wiggins one-on-one, picking him up full court, crowding him, taking away space, sending him, contesting, staying committed to. They would never beat Luka if it wasn't
Right.
with Wiggins.
We didn't
Wiggins doing his job.
never even paid attention to Wiggins' defense.
He was picking up. I watched him
But,
because
I mean,
I
we-
ain't never seen him pick up full
I
court.
didn't in the Dallas series, but this series I have.
But as I said, just overall, we never really looked at him as a defensive player because he was always on bad teams.
Yeah, there you go. And
he's
he's
supposed to
so
be the A1
athletic.
scorer.
He's so athletic that for me and you, it may take us extreme effort to do something. When for him, he can just do it. I just see this like
He's out there like a
You know
deer.
who
like
he is? He's a younger Iggy. What Iggy gave him. That's what he did. Iggy knocked down threes. Iggy defended his ass off. Iggy rebounded. Oh,
I
that's,
think Wiggins could score better.
But
all
yeah,
around.
he can score
Wiggins
better.
is a better
Yeah.
Wiggins
scorer.
is a better
But
scorer.
yeah, I'm not
Iggy
mad
was
at
a
that.
better passer.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at that comparison at all. That's
He
a
was
great
better
comparison.
overall.
Just a
I
young,
wanna
he's a
get-
young bird. Yeah, you're right.
I think, and I'll talk to him later. I think he's gonna come back even better now because we talk.
Oh, yeah, the pressure's gone. Oh, the pressure's gone.
He gonna be relaxed.
Michael Jordan.
Hey, and Clay's coming back. We know Clay's coming
They're
back
gonna be
better.
very good, dog.
Listen,
Pressure is gone. The pressure, everything
gonna be so damn good.
Wiseman?
Hey, don't be surprised. They might win 70, bro.
Damn.
I don't know if they put that pressure on themselves again.
I don't know if you play Klay. Well, I don't know.
They're young.
I don't know because you got to remember.
Wiggins.
Yep.
Kaminga.
They got the Wiseman,
Wiseman.
number 1 overall pick.
Moody. Bro, they got 5 youngins.
And Klay, I
They
mean,
gonna run your ass to death.
And Curry only during that run, he was only playing like 30, 32 minutes.
They gonna be tough, bro.
And the way Curry plays, he can fit in anyway.
He gonna sit off. He gonna
fit
sit
in.
the fourth quarters
That man
again.
could chill. He could play 30 minutes
Yep.
for 82 games. 30 minutes.
I think they got a 2-year window with this team with Steph, Klay, and Dre to win championship.
Shit.
We got to call it, y'all, but we appreciate y'all pulling up. Game 6 finals watch party. Warriors 2022 NBA champions. 4 rings. Finally got to LeBron's level. Congrats.
Shout out to them boys.
Congrats.
Shout out to them boys.
You're on LeBron's level now. Y'all on LeBron's level now. Way to go. No, I'm just kidding though. We got Chris Johnson, Matt Barnes, we got Gil, we got T-Mac. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.
Ooh, I gotta piss.
Hey, we gave y'all some shit right